dust and turned me into such. All you granted me was lust. And what I seemed to have grown was rust. Are you displeased? Are you angry? My light and my angels' wings have been bruised and restrained. Those who break to blood are so fumes in vain. So believe in me and elect, I'm your leader today. Rise! my friend. Don't let me be there. And I think be my breath, be my rest, be my neck, be my friend. Number one in
Homework.
outside and was thunderstruck by a missile on
Does anything surprise you about me?
Very little at this point.
Ruford.
I
You
wish I
and
could
were
say
like,
more
I did
did.
my part. I did my part. Rex like, or Marin's like, we had a part. Rex like, I didn't do shit.
Okay.
Rack would be the kind of guy to not only say there wasn't any homework, to say there wasn't any homework to the person who missed the day, they get in trouble with him.
Oh, we would not trust Rex to ask, hey, did I miss any homework?
Dang it, Rupert, I forgot you put them on everything.
First-
Hey, don't get rid of Paul. He's important to me.
First of all, here's the type of person: if you missed a day and you sat next to me and you sat down and said, "Hey, did I miss anything?" I would say nothing important. By the way, it's going to be on the test.
That's the type of motherfucker to remind the professor that about a pop quiz, but like accidentally.
I was that guy.
Ugh.
remember
It's okay. I
did it,
was
everyone
also
missed it, me,
accidentally
I
that
was like, I'm not
person.
gonna fucking lie. I did do it to be an asshole.
Oh,
I did it
dear.
because like I'm here to learn and do schoolwork, so I'm gonna learn and do schoolwork. If you guys don't like learning and doing schoolwork, that's your problem.
That is really your problem.
I remember we were behind on our biology at A level, right? So A2. That's like really high. And we're like, this is the guy who basically everyone got really low grades in. And everyone's like, oh, we didn't do that work, so we're going over it in class. And I'm like, we did it for homework. You fucking liars. We're behind already. Can't afford to do this. To the point, I'm pretty sure like the other biology teacher, when they finished their topic, had to start teaching this guy's topic as well, so that we caught up.
I remember, since we're talking about math, we're live, by the way, so they're getting this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Alright.
So,
Howdy, folks.
howdy, folks. I remember because remember what I said about how my GPA in school is I was proving a point. I was so good at math that they didn't know where to put me because I kept failing. So eventually they just put me into financial. They're like, sit here. Like, they bounced me around from calculus, pre-calculus, trigonometry, all like every math class, and eventually they just said, fuck it. If you're not going to do the work, we'll put you in financial math.
Alright.
Hello, Carrington.
Well, welcome back everyone to the next session of Here Be Dragons. Who is going to give the recap this week?
So, after descending into the depths, body swims under the water that lines the bottom of the cavern. Eventually see a light beating at the end of the tunnel between the walls. Whilst moving, Sapphire, looking around for something for her brother, finds a small necklace, a hexagon shape with weird markings. She pockets it, wishing to examine it later. As we arrive towards the light, we see a room which is full of colored tiles. Beginning, we don't know what to do. But, due to Lesla's ability to speak multiple languages, she was able to deduce that a sign in the room was written in giant, dictating a puzzle. We mostly figure it out, but after a few failed attempts and a few people getting burned, we we are able to find the correct path, solving the puzzle successfully. As we pull a lever, and a staircase appears in a large pit, allowing us to descend. Before descending, Sapphire, examining the necklace further, catches is unable to piece anything, and Lessla, noticing it, decides to offer her aid. Unfortunately, it is completely foreign to Lessla. The group has some discussion of maybe it being from another plane or being old. There's also discussion as Corvus, the one who cannot see in the dark, decides to take points in going down the stairs in order to, as he wishes for them to be, if they are attacked, that he would be the first to be hit. They then descend the group, with Cheese and Sapphire not being happy with Corvus's decision, but accepting it. As we get to the bottom, Cheese, with her amazing hearing, is able to hear someone talking. Corvus, dimming the light of his dagger, listens as well. We notice a group of drow, injured and beaten, to battle with some mysterious creature. We hear mention of a cleric boy, and we forge a plan. After Cheese scouts the area as a small spider, you're able to learn that many are quite injured, and that a cave goes direction we believe to be where we need to head. We surprise them with a flurry of firebolts, arrows, and two charging bear, and a knife. Eventually, we end all but two of the lives of Drow as Lessla realizes they are not particularly fighting back, and even seem reacting somewhat cowardly. Eventually call off the attack and learn the two remaining Drow's names are, let's check, Nethera and Seren. After a bit of discussion, we find out that they were attacked by a creature as it was enraged by the cleric of Illustri. Was it Chondith? Was it?
A Choldrith.
A creature called a Choldrith, which Corvus and Lessla vaguely knew of, but not much beyond the spider creature. As Lessla puffs her chest out and tries to intimidate these two drow, Corvus, growing tired of this, decides to just move on and try to get this mission done. He's noticing a weird wall, goes to investigate it, and finds that it is not solid. This, of course, attracts the attention of Lessla, which draws everything to a halt as she informs Corvus not to check this out. We all enter, some begrudgingly, and find a room lit with a weird magical mist. Lessla, ever curious when it comes to anything magical, wishes to investigate further, which Corvus, as well as Sapphire and Cheese, urge perhaps it is best we not do it or come back later, as 1, we are on a mission, 2, this is magic that none of us understand, and 3, Cheese gets bad vibes. Lessla, moving closer into the mist, causes a reaction which causes everyone's vision to shift. That is where we ended the last session.
I imagine Corvus and Sapphire have a fairly annoyed expression on their face as this happens.
It happens pretty quickly, so I don't know if we have time to react before.
Not really, no.
One thing I would like to add to this, the only person who got burned was Corvus, which is really funny.
Yes. A couple people think, but I failed the dex check.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit, it is ironic that the monk was the only one who failed.
Corvus has bad luck.
Imagine the monk and the rogue failing. That would have been real ironic.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, jumping right back into it as everyone's vision begins to shift. Lessla, I'm gonna let you describe the start of this scene.
All right. So the start of this scene starts in what appears to be some sort of castle courtyard. Roughly the morning just rising over the mountains in the, I believe they are south of the, I believe they're the southern mountains. I know there are mountains to the north, but there's a closer range to the south, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
And it starts with Lessla talking to someone that the group has seen at least once or maybe twice, depending on when they were there. They've watched Lessla talk to this boy before, but they are much younger at this point, probably by about 4 or 5 years.
And yes, everyone does see this.
Mm-hmm. Well, what they're talking about is mostly muffled. What brings it more or less into focus is basically an adult crashing, basically forcing open a door and entering the scene.
So this rather tall and imposing figure, wearing some honestly very fine, noble dress, and with what's very clearly an ornamental sword at his hip, stomps into the room very angrily, almost like almost reminiscent of a child throwing a tantrum, but much older, and trying to at least hold some degree of nobility. Stomps up to the pair and gets right in their face. Nemo, you were summoned to breakfast. Why were you lingering around like a servant? Do you think yourself better than your blood? To which the young boy shrinks back at his demeanor and just tries to make himself as small as possible. He called for the Silverster children, my lord. He called for all Silverster children. Do you think mingling with the common folk changes that?
Eldest brother, stop. What is the point of this?
He shoots over to Lessla, holding up one finger with a hiss in his voice. Stay out of this, Vertan. Your words and paltry magic have no place here. And then the boy attempts to speak up. It's almost time for our sparring session.
My magic is not the subject of this conversation, and I will not let this stand. If you want to have a match, and you watch as Lesla's face twist into a grin, then let it be between us.
That clearly catches him off guard as he takes a moment to recompose when, with a sneer and a huff, one so puny as you has no place in the ring.
Then you should have nothing to fear, or does my paltry magic scare you?
At that, you can almost see the temperature rise as he clenches his fist. Fine. If you wish to fight me in the ring, then so be it.
And just to put a little more emphasis on this, Lessla is shorter than she is at the moment. This man is fully grown and almost 7 feet tall.
So this is an absolute giant of a man.
Very tall, like.
Which point
Big
the
boy.
scene once again begins to shift, if you'd like to describe that again.
Mm-hmm. So, the scene shifts. It's not too far from the courtyard itself. It's a section that's been more or less devoted to training the soldiers as well as the children of the Silverster family. It has Lessla and the man facing each other. Lessla holding the training version of rapier, and the other man holding that of a greatsword. And Lessla is in what appears to be some sort of training garment, although the colors are that of the Silverster, of being green and gold. And the man himself, out of either pride or surety of his victory, is wearing far nobler clothes.
So as you see the two of them enter close to the beginning of the ring, you hear off to the side someone call for the match to begin. And the larger man wastes no time. He swings the sword effortlessly, batting away the rapier, and following it up quickly by just driving down the pommel onto Lesla's forehead, knocking her back. And almost without even trying, spins it back around, sweeping her legs out from under her, at which point he just begins wailing. Full-on overhead strikes. At which one final one, you see the vision begin to, with the one final strike impacting directly on the arm, you see the vision begin to blur and shift. Colors of red and black begin to overtake it as it fades out of focus. And you find yourselves back in the room once again, back in this cavern.
Cheese begins to walk towards Lessla with like a very concerned look on her face.
Yeah. As the vision comes to a close, Lessla would have dropped to her knees and is clutching her left arm right about the midway point between the shoulder and the elbow.
So,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Sorry, what was that?
Just my clarification, because this is a pretty clear memory.
Yes.
Don't need. I think Corvus needs to roll to see like this is a memory someone Lessla had.
No,
I can
you
tell-
don't need to. You don't need to roll for that. You can pretty obviously tell that this is
And that just brutal.
this is very clearly a vision. As to what it is, that's up to you to determine what type of vision it is.
Seeing Lesla's reaction, I can see Lesla's reaction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Cheese. As you get
goody,
to
we
there,
can see it.
Oh,
through
fuck.
My ass.
Yeah, no, so
one more
Cheese,
question.
as,
Man, that I was finishing my final point.
so as
Sorry,
Cheese
I-
gets to there, everyone
Shadow
starts
Buford
to
has one more
see.
question.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Let everybody ask their questions and then
I-
please get to the ring.
It's just alright. It's just I like to understand because that's how I need to get cores in mind.
You know, that's fine.
The man that just brutalized Lessla. That's the only way to say what happened.
Yeah.
What did he look like, other than very tall?
He was. He was very large, very imposing. He's clearly someone who has trained quite a bit
We
at what
thinking,
he's
like,
doing.
Master at arms, or thinking
Not necessarily master at arms, but clearly someone who knows how to swing a sword. Someone who has been professionally taught,
Corvus
and
will
the movements did definitely reflect that. This is someone who does know how to
Corvus
fight.
will note
Maybe
the
not
man's
a
appearance.
swords master, but someone who's good at what they do.
Yeah, Corvus will note the man's appearance.
Otherwise, he appeared very similar to Lessla, and mostly like a relative. Just a
Yeah.
lot taller.
And we're talking at least fully grown. As for
At
what?
least, at
Adolescent.
least the early stages of adulthood. Yes.
And adolescent. Was Lessla a child or adolescent?
Lesla's an adolescent now.
For clarification. Younger adolescent or child?
I believe child, correct?
Correct. It would have been 5 years earlier.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Nope. You're fine. So, Cheese, as you get to about that point, everyone's vision does start to fade once again. And as it comes to rest on a different scene, Cheese, I'm gonna let you describe what everyone sees.
So it is very clearly the dead hours of the night. It is pitch black, but there's a forest. It seems to be sort of, whether it be moonlight or some sort of other magic sort of light. It's a dense forest, and you can tell that it's an evergreen. Probably looks pretty chilly. Um, but it's dark. It's night, and it's relatively empty looking. Um, there's nothing too special about it, except for three young women who seem to be in noble garb walking through the forest, kind of whispering amongst themselves. And Cheese watching from a little bit far. She's younger, maybe. She looks teenaged, maybe. Um, and she's in her woods. Suppose I go first.
Mm-hmm.
um, she steps out, revealing herself to these three young ladies. And, excuse me, my ladies, are you lost?
The three of them turn to look at Cheese, and the one who kind of seems to be up in front scrunches up her nose. And what are you supposed to be?
Um, I'm a faun?
A faun? Aren't they supposed to be pretty? The second one speaks up before anyone else can. Well, at least she's well endowed.
She's kind of covers herself, very awkward. Um, I,
They did see these woods were supposed to be scary. No one ever said they'd be unsightly. Honestly, I suppose fairy tales are just tales. Reality is often so disappointing.
I, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh, she's so precious, stammering over herself like a schoolgirl. Though education doesn't seem to be in the cards for her. Too wild.
I don't understand. Are you lost? I can guide you back to the road. The woods are dangerous at night.
Oh, my dear, when was the last time you bathed? You really are wild. You're right. Oh my god, she smells like my father's cheese collection. Like blue cheese. They all begin just laughing hysterically.
But I like how I smell.
You like that stench. No wonder you're out here alone. Gods. Girls, let's go before she gets that stench on my new dress. It'll take weeks to wash out. And the three just casually walk away as they fade off into the dark, and your perspective slowly comes to rest on the now very much small and shrunken Cheese. And as that begins to fade away, you once again find yourself back in the cavern.
Sapphire's liking this miasma less and less.
Um,
And she is looking over at Cheese very concerned.
Get out of here.
she crouches down and offers a hand to Lesla. My lady, I believe we should leave. Rek,
Yeah,
are you
push to
on
talk
push
on
to
again,
talk?
Rek.
One, I was muted, but I wasn't speaking yet because Lessla it wasn't speaking. But
Okay.
after
Okay.
about a few moments, Lessla just re- releases the grip on her arm as she tries to, recompose herself, as she says, because before Cheese came up, she was really hoping that only she saw that.
Yeah. No.
But when
So
Cheese
now it's
came,
clear that's not the case.
now it's clear it's not the case. As she tries to stand up, but but quickly goes back down to her knees, almost like she's having to relive that scene has caused some sort of mental shock to her. As she says is, I will leave when I dictate it. And the hand that had been gripping her arm is now balled up into a fist, and her knuckles are basically white.
I have no intention of rushing you, but I don't think lingering here is a good idea.
No. It is more than likely. And she tries to move her hand again. It just more or less reflexively goes back to where she was holding it on her arm. And after for the next good 30 seconds, she's trying to push herself up onto her feet.
Cheese, so long as Lessla doesn't push her away, will help her stand, but in a way that's not like, I don't know how to explain it. She's trying to give Lessla as much dignity as she can while still trying to help her stand up on her own.
As
So Arfea looks like she wants to help, but is also keeping her eye on the two trow.
I'd say there is a look to Corvus's face, but he saw what happened when Cheese got closer, and you can tell like there's that apprehension.
Lessla, when you go to help her, when you first touch her, she flinches, which is the first time you've ever seen her flinch at anything. Like, even when her hand was pierced by the trap chest, she didn't flinch. She was very calm about it.
Cheese has no real reaction to it. She tries not to. But she'll still try and help her stand up. If everybody else is all right with it, I suggest that we should go.
Understand? Once we're out of this in a moment.
Of course.
Looks like no attempt to move. He seems to be waiting for everyone else to leave.
Yeah, Lessla is
Cheese, as long as go for it.
Yeah, Lessla is using her staff to kind of keep herself up. Although she usually holds her staff in her left arm, but she is very clearly holding it in her right arm at the moment.
I don't need to make an insight check to know what's. Is it like an obvious thing, or would I have to insight check anything for that?
I mean, you could probably figure out why, because she was gripping her left arm as well.
I mean, just because Lessla is a composed person. I'm wondering, is she doing a good job composing herself?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So the best way to put it is, think of the first time you ever actually felt fear for your life, and think of what you would be if you had to relive that moment.
We've also seen the look of fear before on people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
I know that fear. I know that look. Seeing someone who's only fear in their eyes, it's not a good.
On your shoulder, Lessla, you can feel Cloud kind of
Oh no, Klaus,
moving a little bit closer and rub against you.
Mm-hmm.
up closer.
Hmm?
Up closer.
Cloud is
Cloud.
Cloud is snuggling up essentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
Klauth was always on her
Every
shoulder.
time.
Klauth memory time. You didn't think about that, Shadow.
Someone, it would probably be just
No,
him
I
getting
did,
captured.
and decided not to do it.
It would
I
probably be
mean-
him getting captured.
It would be him getting captured or Lessla saving him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, would have been like the most heartwarming thing ever.
Would have been the first time. It cuts to a scene of just him, like he has this like little piece of like cotton candy, and it starts raining, and he's trying to save it, and it just dissolves in his hand.
Why did you have to do a Curious George short?
So I was more referencing the raccoon.
Oh. I know they did that in Curious George. Oh. That.
It's been years since I even thought about that.
Oh. Oh, right, because I went to go wash it. Because that's what raccoons do. It's like, what?
Oh, the poor little guy.
He's like-
Anyway,
Foiled by his own habits. But yeah, Lesla's trying to make her way back to the entrance.
all right. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just move everyone back to the previous map.
Big cheese.
Oh, that's right. I need to fix that.
I am normal cheese now.
Would
So the
would bear cheese have a different memory than regular cheese?
No, it's still cheese.
Jesus brain.
anyway. Yep, the wall is still here, and it still looks like a solid wall.
Not my asthma. I suggest we keep moving.
Lessla doesn't respond as she just starts walking towards where you had generally gestured to the cave because she hasn't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's this way.
Right. That's right. That's how I was doing this.
I'm gonna wait for Zarfea and the Drow to go on ahead, so
Do you want the drow to come with you, or are you going to
That's-
leave them here?
that's fair. I think we should leave.
Yeah. Lesla's not even focusing on that at the moment.
Yeah, there's not much of a place for them to go.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be right back.
Okay.
I think the cats did something.
I think that's a strong possibility.
Naughty.
Forward ho. Forward ho. I'm not traumatized.
What's this like? I think I was like.
No, it wasn't the cats. I had to put the ice back in the freezer.
Oh.
Ah, I
Just-
see.
I sort of lost track of time, and I realized I'd been icing my wrist for like an hour.
No, that reminds me
Yeah.
of a tamarind Doritos in the fridge I'll need to get later.
Jaritos.
Yeah,
That's
Sapphire
a
is
good one.
convinced
Tamarind
that-
soda is good, okay?
Tamarin is pretty
Sapphire
good.
is probably convinced that that miasma only shows like very bad memories, and she's like, I don't want to go back there.
Yeah, it was, the two people that probably had. Actually, we probably all have somewhat negative memory. Actually, no, Sapphire probably has a positive memory.
Fuck it. Corvus, he's just gonna tap Leslie's back.
Yeah.
He doesn't have enough courage to grab her shoulder, but he has enough courage to just like put his hand on her back, trying to get her attention. She's ignoring him.
Yeah. Once again, you watch as Lessla flinches. But after she does her best to compose herself, which she's not doing well, she turns and says, yes, what is it?
If you need a moment, there's no
I do
trouble
not
with this
need a
town.
moment. It was nothing. All that I
Ain't
saw,
nothing. Shaking like a wet dog.
all I saw was a reminder. No,
You don't have anything to prove to us. A minute just to collect yourself, that's fine. Walking into anything with this mindset's gonna just end up you getting hurt. And I'll see a young lady injure herself due to pride.
the only thing that will hurt me is trying to help other people with no reward. And she turns around on you and starts walking. People who cannot help themselves or are not willing to pay for themselves to be helped, they don't deserve to be saved.
Sapphire is gonna bite her tongue. She's not interjecting in this.
I
She's pointedly
understand.
leading the charge and not saying a word.
Sapphire is not starting a fight here.
I understand you. I understand some of what you're saying, but you know that ain't true. People need help. If no one's willing to help, you will get hurt. What happened to you ain't right. And let that kill the good in you. Otherwise, those who hurt you win.
I stepped out of place. I shouldn't have involved myself in Edwic's actions. He had a point.
No. Bully. A lot of them in this world. I'm not gonna make you talk about it. That ain't who I am. I don't want you hurting yourself. I don't know much about magic, but I don't think doing anything with anger is gonna help. Doing things in anger just makes you do stupid things, and then you're getting hurt again and again.
Do you know what The 5 basic principles of magic are:
Do I shadow?
You've read something about it at some point. But probably nothing beyond that.
Yukiko is actually trying to think, even looking at it.
Yeah. Before you get a real chance to answer, Lessla will continue on. The most important aspect of magic, the very first one, is intent. And let me tell you, right now I am very intent on hurting something. And she continues walking. Actually, at this point, she will, because she's doesn't want, she wants to limit as many people that can see her at the moment as possible. She's going to put the torch out.
Okay.
At this point, Corvus, like, absent-mindedly just reaches up to his eye, like, rubs a line down it before continuing walking.
Sapphire definitely saw that in the dark, but she's not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
She's curious, but she knows better than to pry.
This is that was a moment not meant for eyes.
Vale is somewhere in this cavern. I suggest we don't waste any more time.
We can follow the smell of blood, as we know it was spilled.
And if his goddess is still protecting him, then likely the
It ain't his
traces of
goddess.
magic.
It ain't his goddess, man.
Who was it protecting him again?
You don't know, you just know something was, but everyone was assuming it was his mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then
Don't
whatever
like
was
this.
protecting him.
Don't like this.
I will, if we can follow the scent of blood, I will start sharing senses with Cloud and attempt to smell for blood. Because pseudo dragons
Anybody
have
who
keen
cannot
senses.
see, I recommend standing closer to me.
Or me.
How's this bag is still lit?
Okay.
Okay.
Dick.
See.
Alright, but yeah, you all begin to head deeper. And you can feel the ground start shift as it goes down and further down. And actually takes quite a while of walking before it levels out. You can feel that the cavern is significantly warmer now. But there's a pungent stench in the air.
Is it like a smell of death, or is it a smell of like
Yeah,
poison?
well, it's a little bit rot. But there's also like an like something burnt as well.
Lovely.
Delicious.
No!
Wonderfully
It smells like
delicious.
bacon, Shadow. Does it smell like bacon, Shadow?
No! Not
No.
burning people.
It's hard to tell. It smells like just something charred.
Okay.
Do you think owls have a different consistency than humans?
They do. Always would know.
What the fuck?
Look, we gotta break the tension with something.
Sometimes the winters get cold, okay?
And sometimes
People
the
die, things need to eat.
And sometimes the druid with the regeneration spells, but it's a pretty good meal.
Oh my god.
As long as they have 1 hit point, they're fine.
No, as you all make your way further down, eventually you do get to a certain point in the cavern where Cheese, you especially, can hear the sound of something shuffling. Not
Something is
in a
coming.
particular direction, just in general. You can hear it coming from up ahead.
Is this up ahead?
Up ahead is yeah, around down this way, and you can
Okay.
kind of hear it curve around the edge here.
Alright. Cheese is leading the way.
There
Okay.
are creatures here.
I mean, I think we kind of expected that.
Yes, well, they're close.
Lovely.
And you can tell she's not her usual sort of cheery self. She seems a little bit peeved.
Alright, if you're gonna move any closer, you gotta start making stealth checks. I
All
think you
right.
can see what's on there.
Mhm.
Stealth.
So, Cheese, you with your passive perception, even in the dark,
Mhm.
these things are clearly not alive anymore.
Mm.
They're shuffling around aimlessly. They look twisted, and there's this little film coming off of them.
Cheese will whisper back to the others. Can I? Cheese, knowing what she knows, assumes that these are creatures of the undead of some sort.
That is a safe assumption, yes.
Um, Cheese looks back to the others with a look of pure disgust.
Creatures of the undead. Be wary.
And then she will skirt around this edge to try and start moving and make a stealth check.
Mhm.
Okay. Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's lovely.
So, Cheese, you start to make a stealth check, and you hit your head on a stalactite.
Oof.
And these
Either
two
this is a
things
low
turn
thing.
around to see you all.
Either
And,
this is a low thing or that sounds
yeah,
scary.
that's
But
gonna be initiative.
All right. Well,
She's
Go
under
ahead.
her breath, and Sylvan just says, "Gods be damned."
Go ahead and clear the list before anyone rolls anything. There we go.
Lessla would have said something quippy, but because she understands Sylvan as well, but she is not in the
Now's
mindset for
not the
quip.
time.
She is not in the
Also
mindset for
not the
quip.
time. I was about to say, should I cast pass without a trace and then the roll happen? I'm like, would not have helped either way.
Okay, that's a 13. At least you're going. Well, I think Corvus is going first.
Yeah.
Which is good for me because he's a light source.
I run away. I might not feel anything. Actually, find out where the enemies are. But I can't. Awesome, actually, that's really useful. Yeah, find these guys are.
Are you going to throw a dagger at one of them? Gonna go
I haven't
stab
seen
it.
these things yet.
Yeah.
If I can't see them, I can attack them.
I can barely see them.
Alright,
Kind of see that one.
so first up in the turn order. Oh, let me go ahead and
Reorder.
descending, yes. Cheese, I think that's correct, because I think your dex is not 19.
Yeah, my dex is not Corvus's. My dex is a 15.
Alright, so Corvus, you are up first. You hear something groaning out this way.
Fit in that space, just a bit.
Yeah, you can go in that space, yeah.
Yeah, just make it sure because it's up on the wall.
It's no, it is, but yeah, you can fit in it.
And
While he's going past, can I identify that crystal?
15,
Which crystal?
God.
Oh, this one?
I was making a joke.
Yeah, you actually can identify that.
Oh.
20.
Could I also identify it?
Potentially. It's gonna be an easier check for Lessla though. Whenever she has a chance, if we'll take an action to do it.
Yeah, that's why it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Post combat stuff.
I'll stab this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Hold your breath.
I don't know. It's just done dead to me. Never thought undead.
All right. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage. All right. So yeah, you strike it.
Yeah.
And as you do that, you see this film like come off in a cloud just around it, and then you need to make a con save.
Got it. What's this natural one, everyone? Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunately, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks for 1 minute.
Oh, I'm poisoned.
No, you are not poisoned.
Mm.
Just you feel the stuff begin to as you take in a breath of the stuff, you begin to choke, and your vision begins to kind of blur as your eyes water. So whatever this is just foul, and it begins to interfere with your ability to accurately attack.
No. Nope. No fucking mad at me. I'm gonna punch it in the fucking stomach.
Okay. That's still a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
This is going to be. Well, you know, all the tails, but it was. No, I don't want to cook it. That'll make me more sick. Let's just go with cold damage.
Okay. All right, that's another sizable hit to it, and you see actually one of the arms of it fall off entirely.
Yeah. 35, 40,
Do you have mobile?
45. Yep.
That's the only reason he's alive.
Just making sure. I was pretty sure, but I had to double check.
That's how I have 15.
All right. Cheese, you are next.
Oh, the only thing I can do is attack these things up close at the moment. So Cheese is going to run the 30 feet up to this guy. And anybody who has the ability, not exactly sure who, she whispers something almost animalistic sounding in Druidic, and black veins snake up her arms, and poison or acid drips from her fingers as she slashes this lovely friend across the neck as she is casting Primal Savagery.
Go ahead and roll.
And that is a 21 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Who? Acid damage.
So the acid claws slash across its neck, and its head actually slumps forward a little bit. But it does still stand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I really wish I could see these things.
That's all I can do.
All right. Lessla.
Can't even
you are
move
up
anymore.
Alright, well, I'm going to do an object interaction to pull out the Dragon Gold Dagger. I'm going to bonus action light it. I
Okay.
apologize, Shadow.
Yep. No, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on.
Yep.
15. Or no, 5 and then 10.
Yep, 5, 10.
It's just going ahead and turning it on.
Hmm. I saw the spore thing happen. Oh God.
You good?
I didn't realize you were right there.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
hello.
there's cheese.
Yep, there's cheese. Huh, more quartz, or looks like quartz.
Oh yeah, did anything happen to me with the spores, or was that just with
No,
Corvus?
it did not
Okay.
happen when you hit it.
Okay, in that case, I'm still
Whatever layer was there looks like it's mostly been like the film and particles you were seeing fall off of it.
All right.
It looks like it's mostly been knocked away. Like something came in, like, you know, like if you beat off a cloth, all the dust comes off it. It looks like that happened.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to, because I'm fairly certain, I'm going to throw the dragon gold dagger at it.
Okay.
And here we go. That is a 19 to hit. I assume that hits.
That does indeed hit.
And it will do...
Minimum damage kills it.
Minimum damage will kill it, and fire damage. Yeah, I was figuring. I was really hoping that. I'm just so used to using fire against undead.
There is one thing I need to do, because I did forget about this. Okay. Just need to roll this for it. I wasn't supposed to do that, but we'll go with the first one.
Yep.
Okay. So the dagger sticks in it, and it reels back, but it does bring itself back up and turns to glare at you, as its jaw just sort of hangs limply from one of the joints.
Fairly certain fire's supposed to do it. Was I wrong? And you see is Lessla. At the very least, Cheese can see it because you're just right there. But Lessla is smiling once again.
All right. Sapphire, you are up next.
Yeah. I feel like I saw the spores, right?
You saw something happen, yes.
Yeah.
You saw a cloud of something come off when he hit it.
Was also coughing a little bit.
And now I'm noticing that I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, later. That's a later thing, I think.
Yeah.
Nothing is dead, right? They're all just still up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, two?
You see two.
Yeah. I'd rather not get into melee range with any of them, so I think I'm just gonna attack the one that's by Cheese and Lessla.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I apologize if you guys get blinded by whatever.
Remind me what damage your weapon does?
It's a normal short bow.
The normal shipment. Okay.
No sneak Yes, sneak attack, because friend in melee.
Yep.
Please.
It is considered to have cover from cheese.
I'm hoping to hit. That probably
That
doesn't
one,
hit.
you hit me instead.
That hits.
That hits, nice.
And now it needs to roll something. Never mind, it cannot succeed.
Mm-hmm.
As that arrow goes through and knocks the head clean off its shoulders, and the whole thing just falls back with it.
I imagine, it just barely didn't hit Cheese.
No, it actually was 2 above hitting Cheese.
Ah.
That's my turn. I don't really think I could
All right.
do much else.
For its
bonus.
turn. Cheese, it's gonna walk up to you,
Hello.
and it's gonna try and give you a whack.
Whack.
Sweet.
As it rears
whack,
with
bang.
both arms over its head and just tries to, like, beat the ever-living snot out of you.
A slam.
All right. That's understandable, I suppose.
A 10 does not hit your AC, though.
It does not.
So it just whiffs and, just kind of hangs there off balance for a second. Corvus, you're up.
Just checking something.
Mhm.
Check how this works.
No worries.
Not sure. Ooh. Check something else. Boop, boop. Corvus is going to run 5, 10, 15. I'm going to use my action to shove Cheese.
Oh shit.
Goes here. Go here. Don't imagine Cheese resists, do you?
Since it's Corvus, no.
Right. And then as he does that, ferocity comes, and Corvus is going to spend a key point because I can't. Unfortunately, because that's how this works. I have to spend a key point for this.
Mhm.
Make 2 unarmed strikes against this guys. Fire kind of works. Because Corvus didn't want to cook it because he didn't want to smell it. That's why he didn't use fire. Old made the most sense because that aptly things. He's gonna go with what he knows, and he's gonna just the thing of 2 icicle punches. Hopefully.
Okay.
That one, 14.
Is a hit.
Double net 20.
All right.
5 points of cold damage, and 16.
Also a hit.
5 points of cold damage.
All right. So,
And then
I'm not gonna make you make the con save again. You're already subjected
it
to it.
can extend by another 6.
Yeah, you forgot to make your save at the beginning of the. Well, actually, I didn't tell you to make your save at the beginning of the round.
Yeah, you just had for a minute.
Yeah, no. You can go ahead and make one for the beginning of the round. But just go ahead and make one for this thing now. That's all that matters. Okay, that's a success. You are no longer like you're able to shrug the stuff off. It's now just there in your face.
Well, I did what I wanted to do. So, you know what? He's not very agile. I think Corvus will. He doesn't know there's more. That's the problem. There's a wall here, Shadow.
There is not a wall there.
I was just making sure, cause like, right. I will make a move. 15. 20. 25. 30. Yeah, I'm left there here.
All right. Jeez, you are up next.
Hello. She's gonna move back to where she was. She's very appreciative of Corvus for moving her out of the way, but she wants this thing gone. And so she's going to do the same thing again.
What the was hitting you.
Yeah.
Like that was
She's gonna do.
so.
Yeah, she's gonna do the same thing again. The black veins creep kind of. You can't even see them creep up her arms because she's wears high gloves and low sleeves. So it doesn't even matter. You might see them on her face though as she casts the spell, and she's gonna try and hit this thing with primal savagery again.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
You can always bite it.
That is a dirty 20.
As a hit.
Kick, horn.
I'm
Stab
gonna
the fucking
choose
horns.
what I do based on how much damage I. Okay. 6 acid damage. Cheese, like, her claws sharpen. She basically takes this thing, like, shoves her claws into its chest and, like, pulls apart.
So you do that, and you tear open a good portion of its rib cage. You can see like a rotting heart covered in this this weird film, as what you clawed apart just fades away, but the thing is still standing there, seemingly unfazed.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright.
Cheese figured that too.
Lessla,
And that is the end of my turn.
Alright, Lessla is
Lessla, you're
going...
up next.
As she runs across to the other side of it, she's going to pick up her Dragon Gold dagger, and she's going to strike it from the back with advantage, which is a flanking.
Mm-hmm.
That was 19, so that's a 25, which I believe will hit.
Definitely a hit.
All right, and go.
14 hits, though. We know it's around that.
I think it's 9. I think its AC is 9.
So Sapphire's 12
You're
hit
almost
with
right.
cover. 12 hit with cover, so...
I'm just going based off my knowledge of normal zombies.
Super easy to hit. Just a resource ending.
There we go. 13 damage, 5 of it fire.
Okay.
Fire.
So then it needs to do something.
I get where Corvus struck it. It might just explode because of ice stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Extra good.
If only this was Divinity Original Sin and we could combo fire and ice.
Yeah.
All right. So you go and you cut it right across the back, right where the spine is. And Cheese, having already torn off all the front of it, it just collapses, lands in a heap, and the head pops off and rolls away.
I just
Somewhere
want to
around
say
there.
something. I just noticed something. Sindris was not in this fight at all.
Yeah, she's cool.
You are correct, because I forgot to add her.
Yeah.
She's doing push-ups.
That is the GM's fault.
That is
She is now canonically scared of undead and did not want to
She's
have any
kinda
combat.
technically, yeah, she might be.
She might actually
you have
have.
no idea.
She did react very poorly when we found that body.
Mangled corpses, yeah.
Yeah. So-
Because she had a fucking spirit go into her fucking body.
Well, you don't know that's when that happened.
But
It's
no,
a
I will
reasonable
tell you
guess.
that is exclusively because GM forgot to roll her initiative.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
All right.
Don't
But
suppose-
that is end of this combat.
Okay, Corvus will do a thing. Are these guys wearing clothes?
Yes, they're wearing, well, the remnants of armor that's very similar to what you saw.
As soon as the
It's
fighting.
been torn to shreds and eroded, but that's what it was at one time.
Maybe like, Corvus will pat the pockets.
If there was anything, it's long gone.
So, what are these little geodes?
Yeah.
So
So
anyone who wants to figure out about, anyone who wants to figure out about those can go ahead and roll me. This would be a Arcana or History check.
Arcana it is.
Okay.
I know.
So being a jeweler has nothing to do with helping my DC here.
Not in this case, no.
Damn.
Would
Alright.
is this with advantage for me or no?
It is not.
Okay, just double checking. That is I rolled a
Lady
7, but I
Silverster,
still
can
got
I make
what?
So for you, that is a success.
Yeah.
I
For
love
the
how
other two,
I'm-
it is not.
Oof.
Aw. I'm looking at the smaller geodes.
So, Lessla, you do recognize this. It's the same material that the Drow's, the one Drow, her weapon was made from.
Mm-hmm. Lessla is going to
So this
mentally.
is deep
Can I at least tell that? 'Cause I was holding the thing.
Yes, you can tell what it is. You can
I
tell that
don't
it's,
know what
it's
it is.
similar.
I know it's the same
Yeah.
material.
So what were you saying, Cheese?
Cheese is just gonna look over to Lessla and say,
Can't see you.
Lady Silverster, if it's okay with everybody else, I request that we burn these creatures.
Unless,
Maybe not yet. There could be others.
well,
I do not like the undead.
burning the undead is the most effective way of keeping them down. Those Cheese would have seen because you were standing right across from her. The moment the fighting started, Lesla's face went from the grin she always wears in combat to back to how it was before, when she was the more traumatic look. But she is doing her best to, keep herself composed.
Yeah.
Some kind of craft material.
It's deep crystal. If processed properly, it can allow certain weapons to be used as arcane foci. I was actually in need of some of this, as it would allow me to wield a sword without requiring a staff in my other hand.
Looks like we've concluded our business here. Take some of this for. No doubt it'll be prized in Waterdeep. Well,
Very much. Militaries quite like this. Battle mages, well, if you can give a mage something better than a staff, they tend to be more effective in combat when someone decides they don't like the mage. And,
leave it too long then.
Lessla darkens her dagger as she tries to look for Cheese. Nope, that's Sapphire. That's just.
It's funny because if you just kept going a little
It's a
more
mystery.
slow,
You'll never find me in the
There you are.
darkness.
There
Damn
you
it.
are.
never catch me, Sapphire.
Cheese has been moving down this corridor the entire time, not
Yeah,
saying
because
a word. She stepped over the bodies in a very disrespectful manner, which is unlike her, actually, in terms
Oh, no.
of treatment
I'm
of the
gonna
dead.
gently stop Cheese, like here-ish, I hope, because there are lights there, and we don't know if there are people like near there.
Okay, yeah,
We should probably
What can I see? What can my elf eyes see, Shadow?
Hang on.
Go eyes, go eyes. What can your go eyes see?
Now, where are you going?
By the
I'm heading this way.
I'm
Okay.
Like, we should probably
So
be careful
over
if there are
here,
lights ahead.
you start to hear a bubbling noise, and you see
Mhm.
steam rising from the water.
It's just a natural hot spring, I think.
There is a lot of steam rising from the water.
Or hot
Very
springs?
hot
Maybe
natural
that's
hot
steamy. Okay, so probably not.
Was Mount Waterdeep volcanic?
Not to your knowledge.
This doesn't bode well.
Lessla will
Nothing has
start.
boded well this entire time.
Will pull out her book and start ritually casting detect magic because why not?
Okay. Are you gonna wait for Lessla to do that before you go any further?
Cheese will wait at the foot of the bridge.
Okay.
I would, if I were you, I'd back up just in case, I don't know, one of those geysers goes off.
It's hot water.
Lessla, speaking in arcane gibberish, just stares at Sapphire. She's trying to give the usual "I don't respect that opinion" stare, but there is still the "I'm shocked" look on her face.
Yeah, it is.
Sapphire, I shall be
Sorry.
okay.
Yes.
And water can still burn though.
This is,
So.
I'm guessing this is how warm is it here?
Very warm.
It's very humid.
Feels that way. Yes.
Okay. Natural. Wonder how hard it is. Boiling.
I wouldn't recommend sticking your hand in there to test it.
Don't
Well-
plan on it.
It's really funny. There is one way that we can. How far away is the water?
From you right now?
Yeah.
Closest is 10 feet.
Yeah.
No, I was speaking down, but I was saying
Oh,
because
down. It's about 5 feet down.
5 feet down. I was going to make a joke out of character while I'm concentrating on this rituals. You can throw a mage hand in it, and if the mage hand dies, it does damage.
That's technically true.
Cheese, while waiting for Lessla to ritually cast, just kind of takes a seat at the foot of the bridge. You can still see like tinges of the primal savagery magic like clinging to her, but it's mostly faded by now.
Alright. Does anyone wish to go further? 'Cause if so, Cheese, you're gonna have to start making checks.
Yeah,
No,
Cheese
I'm
is
not
just staying here for now
going any
until we
further.
finish casting the.
Corvus, well, looking down here and knowing that he's facing away, Cheese, here in your head. You alright, man?
Cheese sighs, and mentally replies,
I will be once we get out of these caves and find our quarry.
Alright. You need a moment, just say. Sure.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, you can also see that these are faintly. There's a little bit of light coming from here.
See that? Because I'm human. I can
Yeah.
see light when it's dark.
Yeah.
And it's just a faint, like embers, just a faint glint.
Don't mean to be. This comes across as rude. Why did you take it? Why did you take that name?
It's a very long story. But names amongst my people have immense power. Knowing the name of a creature or a person, if someone gives you their name freely, they belong to you. Their soul is yours. That's and to be born without a name is to be born with nothing.
Why that name? A name that invokes such cruelty.
It's not a name. All it is a title, a cruel jape. No one has given me anything else.
Want something else?
I've lived for 15 years with this one. I'll be all right.
Ain't right. Not by me.
I'd like to find what my parents might have named me, but I believe they are beyond my reach now. Find very little point in it any longer.
not sure if I fully understand your reasons. I respect your choices. But should you desire another title, there are far nicer ones than something some brat said.
Someday,
And
maybe.
if it's worth anything, yeah, they were ugly and you'll ever be.
This Cheese has been trying to keep a very placid expression, but she smiles a little bit.
You are far too kind.
So it would be at
Silver.
this point. Sorry?
He's about to say something else.
No, go ahead.
If you can. Okay, sorry, just I'm in.
My bad.
now. If Brown to the law, I don't know what to do about it, but when we get out of here, I think at best we Silverster.
You
I'll
cut
throw
out
it in.
really badly. What did you say? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Think it's. Wait, where did I cut off?
You said I think it's, and then it cut off for me.
I think we should do something for Silver's. Other than break that man's arms.
I would agree.
I'll follow your lead.
I'm sure we can find something. I know she's been
what
looking
else?
for pearls.
Yes, everyone looking. Cole's just been staring into the water this entire
Yeah,
time.
Cheese has just been staring at the ground.
Yeah. Like, forget how still Cole's can be sometimes. Gargoyle.
And I'm guessing this
I think
is
Cole's
when.
just like you can tell it's like.
Yeah, this is when you would be able to turn it on.
Okay, so as the ritual comes to a close, the book closes as she speaks. Sito forte ver ulvim ekes okir va bolshilta tekwe okiter.
And with that, you are able to sense whatever magic might be in the area.
Mm-hmm.
There is a faint bit of magic kind of permeating the whole cave.
Yeah, that's unexpected.
But it's very faint. Like it was done a long time ago. But whatever it was very strong.
But definitely not what was in that other room.
No, it's actually quite similar to what was in that other room.
Ah! Sorry.
Ow.
Lessla, if you had to guess, it's whatever was in that room was strong enough to where it has just ambiently radiated outwards into the surrounding area.
Okay, so that is unexpected. But
Are we ready to move?
yes.
Cheese will continue to lead the way.
Right? I need everyone to roll a stealth check.
Ink. Bang.
Let me consider it a group stealth check. I just need to roll for Zarfea.
T1.
One now.
That's a 5.
Hey, Corvus!
Hell yeah, Corvus.
20, okay.
Carried
I
the
think
team.
we're unless Zarfea rolls a nat 1, which possible. I think we're good.
Where's Zarfea's character sheet? Oh, that's not good. Okay. I'll have to fix that later.
I
I moved myself until left.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. You get
I thought I put
get
it on here. It is now gone.
it
Can't.
shouldn't have
There one now.
disappeared. You
There
get
one.
you
And
That
I know it shouldn't have disappeared.
did you close
It's
the
only
folder?
on this game that this is a problem. I don't know why.
Did you wait, hold up. If you click
Oh.
on the token, you can if you double click it should open up the character sheet.
It does not.
Control click?
Nope. Luckily, I do know what her stat sheet is, so I'm just bringing that up in another tab. I just don't have the D&D Beyond one.
Okay, it's shift
Okay.
double click. Shift double click will pull up the character sheet.
No.
That means it's gone.
Yep. Don't know how I managed that, but okay. Anyway,
Don't know how
I'm
you
just
do.
gonna go ahead and roll her check.
So that's clearly why she wasn't in initiative last time, right? Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't that one.
No, it wasn't. Overall, you guys are relatively okay. At least to proceed forward as far as you know.
Actually, now that I think about it, has Sapphire ever rolled the highest on a stealth check?
Mm.
I believe so.
I think Sapphire's rolled nat 20 on a stealth check before, so.
I know she's rolled a nat 20 on a stealth check, but when we were rolling as a group, because I think consistently
I
she
think
rolls
so.
like between
We haven't
11
rolled
and
as a
12.
group a lot.
We haven't,
Yeah,
but
not
that's
a lot.
that's why I'm trying to remember if she's has, because I always remember someone always rolls higher than her on stealth when it's a group stealth check.
At this point, you all start to hear a very chaotic but also rhythmic, just slam against something that keeps rebuffing whatever is hitting it.
What direction is it coming
Yeah.
It is coming from pretty much. It's echoing throughout, but pretty much from this way and this way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everyone, time to split the party. Let's go. I say fully sarcastically. We're not doing that.
God, what is that? There's the stupid little song about it.
Don't you know?
You never split the party. Thank you, Shadow.
from? Cheese is just gonna pick this way.
Okay.
Okay.
What's this keeping ears, nose, no.
So, Cheese, at this point, you can
Cheese has
see
the eyes of
shimmering
God,
blue
so-
sphere over here.
Ah!
I believe we found him.
It should be emitting light, but it's not. So I'll fix that.
Oh, it just lit up like whatever you said there. Wow.
God quite literally said, "Let there be light."
And there were.
Uh-huh.
No, stop making more.
Put them on the lighting layer.
Light,
Put them on the lighting
That's what
layer.
I'm doing.
Light.
That's what I was trying to do. Crap. Instead, I made more. That was not intentional. Okay.
More!
That's why I always click on the lighting layer first.
I thought I did. Anyway, fix now.
Okay. Alright, well,
But you can see, in addition to several more of these zombies, one of which is kind of just daring, there's a bunch of things beating on it. This thing, in particular, is very fervently beating on it.
I think I can't see.
Same.
is the barrier, is it, oh god, what is it called? Transparent. Is the barrier translucent? Can we see through it, or can we not see
Not
through
enough, no.
it? Not enough. So
It is hard. It is very solid.
it's very solid, so
Whatever
I
it
can't
is.
teleport people out of
It's
it.
very
Great.
opaque.
You cannot, no.
Well, there goes that plan. We're fighting people.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, peoples, looks like we got a good old fashioned raw.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well. I imagine it's we see undead. We see something being on barrier. We attack.
Yes,
And that's what Cheese is doing.
Yep. So initiative.
Yep, you will have a surprise round. I'm just gonna go ahead and put Zarfea there.
Should throw it up. Let's roll initiative.
Yep.
Are we good to go?
Yep. I'm gonna roll for these things.
All right. I'm just gonna roll my initiative real quick. It's a 13. I'm consistently rolling 10s for initiative.
I'm upset there doesn't seem to be a 17 on the board as of now.
Oh, jeez.
What? What?
We got a 20, 19.
I just
Oh,
saw
we
what
need
it
an
rolled.
18 as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Shadow.
What happened?
Enough of this thing.
It rolled a 22.
Oh,
So
right.
good thing it doesn't get its turn this round.
Yes.
And it rolled the same thing again. Okay.
All right. Well.
So go ahead and order it descending. And it's not taking a turn, doesn't know you're there. Corvus, you're up first. None of them have seen you.
Right, well, like seeing this, I'm like, alright, cool. It's like, alright, fight time. 5. Use that creature as soon as he gets to this point. Just check it. 5 victory. Dang, dang, dang. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. And 15, 20, 25, and you watch as Corvus, double check, because my measuring. Oh. Doesn't matter. He inhales, and just a blast of lightning fires from his mouth.
Holy shit.
I was wondering when you were gonna do that.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it.
Alright, and do all three of them need to make the save?
No, only those two.
Only these
So,
two,
yeah.
okay. And they're gonna have disadvantage because they didn't know you were there.
Blow!
As they just suddenly get zapped by lightning.
Take half on a success.
Okay.
It still does damage.
So, that one succeeds. If this one succeeds, I'll be very surprised.
Not a high check. It's not a high save.
I know, but they don't have a good modifier.
You say that it's not a good save, but at
They
DC
rolled exactly that. Okay.
You take 3 points of lightning damage.
Alright.
Question, child.
You
Like,
hear
blast
the... Sorry?
blast of light. Do I see the film fly off or no?
You do. You see it fly off and
That's-
just get incinerated instantly.
Yes, that was the hope.
And then this thing like screeches in anger and rage. Everything turns to look at you.
Anyone have the daylight spell?
No, I don't think so.
You've asked that before.
Have I?
Yes.
Yep.
Because a breath weapon, I have to close. I can't wait till 5th level where I can choose into a breath weapon and still get my normal strike. But until then,
Sorry? What?
it's just a thing with my. Because you can only, if you do the breath weapon, you have to do flurry of blows. Or do a bonus action attack.
Oh, I see.
Does it not cost a key point to use that?
Only if I've used up my daily use.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah.
I get some free uses and then.
You get free uses and then, yeah. Because...
Go ahead and roll the hit.
And
That is a hit.
hey, this is gonna be again. I'm going to fall down. It seems to work fine. So
Okay. Go ahead and roll again.
attack. Yeah. Attack.
That is also a hit.
Action economy.
5
Alright.
points of full damage. I move
Alright.
30 feet. I'm gonna move 55, 40, 45.
So yeah, you've clearly broken bones and like completely removed its jaw, but it's still standing there.
Itch. To lose all 50 feet. It's
Right.
all like, destruction.
Sapphire, you are up next.
All right, since there's someone in my way, giving it somewhat cover, I'm gonna move over here and fire at the wounded guy.
Which wounded guy? This one?
Yeah,
Okay.
gotta will down their numbers before focus firing on the big guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, rolls our fate. Crap, I didn't roll on Sarfea.
well, she doesn't have a character sheet right now, so it's not unexpected.
Yep.
And she clearly doesn't like undead, so
We'll just say for flavor reasons, she is helping, but
Yeah, so
Not very much.
she's going right after Lessla.
Okay.
okay.
Okie dokie.
You can right click on her and add a turn to the turn order.
That's what I'm doing, yes.
So is the Zambi dead?
Let's see, what was that?
A nat 20 for a 15.
Um, so give me 1 second while I add her,
Yeah.
add her in.
There's a chance it's dead
who's
because
next?
zombies are
Sapphire's fire.
assholes. Mine.
Unless you crit, then they're not assholes.
Is it crit? I'm pretty sure it's damage type, not.
Crit, it's crit and, well, metagame. Crit and radiant damage.
Oh, is it radiant? I thought it was fire.
Nope, radiant. No. Divine energy just drops negative energy.
But yeah, so Sapphire, you, wind that bow up, and similar to the last one, it just goes clear through the side of its head, which careens off into the distance over here. And then after like half a second delay, the rest of it just drops.
And
Collapses in a heap. Anything else?
also gonna bonus action dash and kind of back away a little bit.
Also, Lessla, what is your, dex?
It's a 16, I think.
That's what I thought. Yeah, you're going before Sarfea.
Yeah, it's a 16. The 3 stats I use are all really good.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, there's one stat I do use that's not good, and it's kind of a meme that is not good. It's the wisdom.
Yeah.
Cheese, you're up.
All right. Or Cheese, I suppose. She has 30 feet of movement. She's gonna move right here. Shoo! And what she's going to do is she's going to cast a spell that she has not cast yet. She's going to cast Color Spray, first level.
Ooh.
Okay.
So that is a 15-foot cone. Oh my god, hold on. I just want these things to be blinded. Pretty please. Fingers crossed.
Six squares.
Right,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll.
Alright. That's 6d10. Give me a moment.
It's a
It
cone,
might
right?
take a second. Yeah, it is a cone.
15 foot.
Those are the 6d10. 41!
Okay. Yeah. You spray in this thing's face. It is now covered in a spray of, hideously blinding colors.
Is there a chance to get both of these in it? Since this one is kind of clipping it, or is it just
No,
one of
it's
them?
not covering enough.
That you did not roll enough to get both of them.
Okay.
I
Then
will just be
I'll-
honest. Even if you do, it does not matter.
it's okay. Just this guy. He's blind.
Yep.
Get rolled.
You
Loser.
spray this thing a little bit, but it kind of rears back and avoids it.
And that is my turn.
All right.
All right.
Time to. I see that. I want to hurt it, but at the same time, Hold up. If I center, circle, edge. No, not that. I guess I do want it on no snapping, center. There we go. I am going to cast.
So it would have to be 10 foot on one of these circles, on one of the squares, but you would still be able to hit them all.
Yeah.
The 10-foot radius on one of those squares.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So what are you casting?
Wither and Bloom, because I can't
Wither and
use.
Bloom. Okay.
Because Vortex Warp is useless, so they all need to make a DC 14 con save. Hey, decent damage.
Okay. Just checking that. All right.
And I'm going to pull out the dagger again and light it as a bonus action. The beacons are lit.
Beacons are lit.
The beacons
Thunder
are
goes
lit.
laid.
So
Oh,
for it.
So,
Okay, but let's hope. Okay.
so the meme of the beacons are lit for anyone that's if that follows Star Wars is
That is a succeed.
Oh,
Do they take damage? On
yes,
the,
they take half damage, I believe. Let me just
Okay.
Or half damage unsuccessful.
Okay. And now for the zombies. They'll need to roll.
Question: when these guys get hit, do they blow their load or do they not?
They what?
Do they give off the spore shit?
Oh, I see it. They all succeeded.
They all succeeded, so they all take 5 necrotic damage.
Zombies are pretty conny, so.
They are very conny. I was expecting
Did you say-
a lot of succeeds. You be quiet, Baron.
So, to answer the question that I
that's
think you were
one.
trying to ask, yes, the stuff does come off of them.
Awesome.
Yeah. Does it come off of them the way it normally does, or does it wither away?
It like shrivels up and just falls off.
Okay. Good to know. That's actually really good to know.
Yeah. Any damage does it good. That's good to know.
Well, no, I was saying because if it shriveled away, that means it's non-magical, which means they're just covered in spores for some reason.
Right. Old moss.
Good old
Yeah,
moss.
Good old reanimating moss.
Yep. And that is that. Pull out dagger, light as a bonus action. Tell Klaus to fly up.
All right, he does so.
Yeah, he's gonna stay out of the combat zone.
And next up, Zarfea is going to get to go. And she is going to run right up to it.
God, so bad.
And since I don't have her character sheet, I'm just going to have to do this manually.
That's what I do when I forget to make a character
Yep.
sheet.
Question. The creature is blinded? That's what she said, right?
No, the zombie
This
is
is not
blinded.
blinded. No,
Okay.
the zombie on the bottom
This
is.
the Zambi.
Gotcha.
This
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, and I guess as a supplemental effect, if he's for some reason wounded, the person in the center of that sphere can regain a hit die.
Unless that protects from all magical effects.
Unless it protects against all magical effects. It's really funny because I don't need a C-zone for them to heal.
Yeah.
Well, she definitely
Didn't know
hits
they're
it.
there. Just needed to know they're there. Bonk.
Yep.
The bonkening.
The bonkening.
Yep, her damage is. Because it is a great axe now.
It's a maul, not a great
Maul.
axe.
Maul, right. That's 2d6, isn't it?
2d6, yeah. It's more consistent damage. That's why I got it for her.
Yeah.
And that has 6 damage to it.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if that had been a
It's nearly
D12 and
dead,
it rolled
right?
1?
Yeah.
I would have been
Some-
pissed. Whenever a great axe rolls a 1, I am so pissed.
All right.
I go. That sounds about right. I've been rolling once on my unarmed strikes.
Zombies don't get a turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And top of the round.
Fuck you.
Spider
Yep.
boy.
Around.
But it's
Or
its
girl.
turn,
Spider them.
and it's gonna hiss and start chittering something that you can just barely make out into some semblance of language. As it holds out a hand towards Zarfea, and she needs to make a save.
Oh no.
What is her? Oh no.
Oh, please be a paralyzed and not a.
That is a fail.
Please be a paralyzed and not a wound. Well, I did heal her, so she should be fine to take at least one hit, right? Right.
Yep. So, it does that, and she just like locks in place
Okay, it is a
as it does
paralyzed.
so, and it then skitters up and over this orb.
So it's on top of the orb?
No, it skitters up
Oh.
and over and ends up right back there, hiding
Bitch.
behind it.
God damn it! I can't stab you if you keep running away.
Okay. I have.
Don't you have magic missile?
I'm out of spell slots.
Yeah, but we all do this.
Right. Next
It-
up, Corvus.
If we had taken a short rest at any point, I would have a magic missile left, but no.
It's fine. It's fine.
How are you gonna get them in a cone?
I can. That'll be. That would just hit the boat. I don't have much use for move up bonus action. I'm trying to avoid, you know, we'll go here, we'll go here, and move 3 feet. I can't get in melee, unfortunately.
I mean, if you're only trying to get them in a cone, stopping here to do the cone? No, it would be just out of range. Actually, you could do the cone from this space and then hit that man and move.
That work?
This zombie would probably have cover from it, so but he still have to make the save.
Part of me thinks this thing's trying to flee, and I want to cut it off.
Okay.
Well, so I might. Okay, because I'm trying to decide which way to go round.
Mm-hmm.
So they are really being there fucks me for my movement. Right. I do this right. Yeah. Okay. I run round and I am able to avoid. I think I'm on private. I don't know if you guys can see my measurements.
Yeah, we can see it.
I have measured it, so I would not provoke any opportunity attacks.
Yep, I know. I can see.
Oh, you can. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can.
Yeah.
see it.
Yes, I can.
We can all see it.
Oh, I thought I turned it off. Public view. Okay. So we'll move here. And I believe that's 5, 10, 15, 20, just short of that guy. using token. Yeah, which we just showed that guy.
Yeah, just short of the last guy.
Yeah, I can hit those two.
I mean, so this would actually block this bubble. Actually blocks you from hitting the last guy as well.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
this guy
range,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Talk about this guy.
Oh yeah,
This
no, it
guy.
hits this one.
Does it?
You said, yeah, no, you hit this one.
Yeah, I'm measuring straight from you. It's a 20-foot cone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying even if you could reach this one, this
It
bubble.
blocks. It gets full cover.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm going to inhale. My final use of this thing. I'm gonna get 2 free uses a day. Now. And you know what? You know what? He said it. Then burn.
Burn. Burn, baby, burn.
That's not necessarily bad damage. That's like pretty good damage for this thing.
Is it
Alright.
rolling multiple d6s?
It's 2d4s.
It's 2d4s? That's actually really good.
Yeah,
Two
that's really
martial
good for
arts,
2d4s.
Two martial
Alright,
arts
so
attack.
that needs to make a save.
It's pollen with flame. I think Corvus. It doesn't say anything. He didn't say
And they
anything.
both need to make saves.
But he'll just say, "We're not going anywhere." And just to make sure his badass quote doesn't fuck him in the ass, I'm going to patient defense for my bonus action.
Okay, so it
Because there's nothing
succeeds
worse
when one of the
than saying
zombies succeeds. The other one doesn't.
Six fire.
Mm-hmm.
I actually imagine when Corvus uses his breath, his eyes flash a different color, depending on what breath he uses. So I think when he did the lightning breath, it was bronze, like green, and then when he did the fire breath, it was gold.
Metallics.
Yeah.
Alright.
Very briefly.
And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I have max movement for once. I actioned, and then I bonus actioned.
And I think it actually needs to make another save, this thing.
Oh yeah, because I did it's concentrating on a spell, yeah. It's
Yep,
10
alright.
or
Yeah, it does.
half the damage, whichever's
Yeah,
lower.
I know.
But it's at least whichever's higher, yeah.
Yep, so it needs to go ahead and just roll that.
DC 10 it would be.
And it is able to keep concentration. Cheese, you're up.
Ooh, hi. Howdy, folks. Hi. Hi, hi, hi.
How do you do?
I'm gonna move up here. You know this guy that's blind? I'm gonna kick him while he's metaphorically down.
You have
And
advantage because he is blinded.
Can't see you.
yeah, I'm casting Primal Savagery again.
Alright?
That is a 16 to hit.
You have advantage.
Did you just skip
Oh,
my
that is
turn?
I did roll it with advantage.
Did you guys just skip my turn?
I think we
no, you're
did.
correct. Sorry.
Oh my god, yeah, Sapphire!
I advanced it after Corvus and then forgot I did it. I'm sorry.
Wait.
No.
I'm so sorry!
Patiently.
It's because
Wait,
Sapphire is so
my turn.
forgettable.
Cheese?
No!
So before we continue with Cheese,
Alright.
Sapphire, you may go.
We'll save my comment.
I'm gonna wait for Cheese to go back to where they were.
Yeah, I was back here.
I'm gonna
Right.
go here
Mm-hmm.
and fire at this guy.
Okay.
And no sneak because no one in melee.
You do have advantage because he's blind.
Blind, yeah.
You do?
So you
Yeah,
do have
that
sneak
would-
attack.
And yes, sneak.
Yes.
Alright, let's go. I think I had
Alright.
advantage.
Good
Jeez.
thing you had sneak attack. Oh no, your sneak attack rolled 2 1s.
Apparently.
So it goes in and out and takes off an entire arm from this thing.
I'm Sapphire's over here removing heads and limbs.
And Cheese, now it is your turn, and you may now roll your damage from your hit.
As I stated, Cheese, fix your fucking dice. You're getting a +2 this roll. You should be getting at least a +6.
Yeah. For some
It's
reason,
primal savagery.
yeah.
You're proficient.
I don't know why it
It's not
does
adding your
that.
proficiency bonus, but it's not adding your ability score.
Yeah, it's not adding your wisdom
Why does
modifier.
it do that?
No.
Why
I
does it
don't know.
do that?
But go
Why
ahead
does-
and roll your
oh my-
damage.
That is 10 damage.
10,
Oh,
alright.
nice.
It
10.
needs to make a
Dummy,
save.
dummy. Bite.
Da 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 da.
Sometimes I just imagine it's Cheese's horns. She just jacks with fucking ass and something like.
It's cheese is actually some sort of insectoid.
Yeah, the entire time. It's actually she of the fur. It's just little carapace legs.
Yeah. Oh god.
It's a legging.
Alright,
Good.
Cheese, you cleave it clean in half, and it crumples to the ground.
All right. My turn.
Lesla, you are up.
That's the first time I use patient defense.
All right.
So
So
describe how I
1,
do it.
2, 3.
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, it's just course stance shifts at a very rapid rate.
Damn it! It's gonna get cover, so
Are you targeting it or the zombie?
I'm targeting it.
We
Okay.
gave it Ignis.
Yeah, Ignis.
Ignis.
I actually think that because I use a draconic translator, I think it actually does translate to Ignis. Hold up, let me double check.
Yeah, 'cause
No,
creatures
Dokad.
attack them.
Dokad is fire.
Yeah.
So
What
she,
is draconic translator?
I can send it to you. It's it's probably not like real, but it has enough of a conversion that I can
Yeah,
use
I
it.
usually use, and it's pathetic, but I use the Skyrim one.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah.
So that's the one I use. But she shouts Dokar and holds her hand out, and she's gonna shoot a firebolt at it.
Go ahead and roll.
That's a nat 1.
That is a miss entirely,
Mm-hmm.
as it just impacts harmlessly against this barrier.
Mm.
Fizzles out immediately upon doing so.
And
I
then
would like to use bullshit to make it hit instead.
Go ahead and send me the fine text on that ability, and I will look
It
at it later.
says,
But for now,
I do what I want.
overruled.
I get 1 per year, Shadow.
no. Okay.
So
That's right.
Zorfea needs to make another save,
I'm guessing it's a way to end it.
and that's her turn. She still fails.
Mm-hmm.
Now the zombies are gonna go. This one is gonna just advance forward and whack at her. It's gonna get advantage.
It can broken weapon. It's organized. Okay.
It rolls 2 nat 1s.
Yeah. Well, that one. Well, that one.
The
And
thing.
that is a hit for not a whole lot, as it just slams her, but she doesn't even move or react
Shadow.
when it does.
She's paralyzed. It auto crits.
Oh, you're correct.
Never mind. Back
Correct.
to the box of death.
Yeah, no, it still hits, but it hits a little bit harder than it would have.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't deal a lot of damage.
It punches her and there's a delayed reaction.
I'm like, I know she got held person. That's why I'm trying to hit it.
No, she got held
Mhm.
punch.
Well, actually, no. It might be a whole monster because there's a non-zero chance she counts as a fae.
Depends on the.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
gonna go.
unfortunately
This
all
one's gonna go up
elves
and hit
count
cheese.
unless the Eladrin monster, Eladrin players.
Yeah, but changelings are fae for some reason, and they were introduced in the same book. Well, they were remade in the same book.
Yeah, they were introduced for a setting. They went, no,
They were-
everyone can play change.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I want to play one, I just said, oh, so for some reason this.
Cheese. 13 does not hit your AC, does it?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Marin. Muted. Cats.
That's bad.
Marin, are you dead?
She's dead, Jim.
They're typing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gee. If it's a headset, try and if you can unplug them and replug them back in. When
Yeah.
my headset was acting up, I was doing that a lot.
I usually just leave it come back.
Usually I just throw the headset against a wall and hope it works.
I'm not throwing my $100.
There we go. There we go.
First of all,
I can make
first of
everything
all,
work.
my headset's like $200. Actually, no, this might be $100
I'm not
headset.
throwing my $40 microphone against the wall. Fuck you. Also, reminder, I use they, them pronouns. That's not going to change anytime soon.
I think we were using it because
Cheese.
But yeah. Yeah, no, 13 does not hit.
All right. So, next up is its turn, and it is gonna climb up here on top of this bubble, and it's gonna cheer something once again. Sapphire and Cheese, you each need to make a con save. As Lessla, you recognize this spell, or the variant of
great.
the spell, as it is gonna cast Wither and Bloom.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'll spell.
12.
14.
All right. That is for it. That is a success.
For both?
Yes, for both of you.
Okay.
And
Okay, sick.
Zarthea has to make a check as well. That is a fail.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So because I don't have this spell coded into its sheet for some reason,
Yeah.
You sick?
mostly because it's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
2d6. So that is... You each take half of that. Zarthea takes the full 7.
Okay, so I'll be taking 3
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
4.
So
Is it round up or round down?
Round down. Always round down.
Okay.
It's always round down unless told otherwise.
Okay.
So 3
And
damage. then.
it is going to regain some HP.
Yes. Yeah.
How tall is the dome?
How tall is your? I thought to ask.
It's about okay. It regains almost nothing. The dome itself is about 10 feet tall. All things considered, it's about as tall as it is wide.
Does it?
I can get up there.
Yeah.
I can get up there.
Is it sizzling as it's standing on it?
Not really. It's like so you know Star Wars, like the ray shield. It's doing that. Like so, like it's
Not ray
tell
shields.
it's
Not
doing
ray
that.
shields. Ray shields will burn
Not ray
people.
shields. What's the other one?
I think they're just force fields.
Force field. Yeah, this standing like force field, like something's hitting it, but that's it. And that is its turn, I believe. Yes. That is its turn. Corvus, you are up next.
Oh yeah, step, 15 feet. I'm going to jump to get on top of this thing.
Okay.
My height, my long legs, and yeah. I imagine it's. I think I understand it can like probably like stick to the walls and stuff, but it's maybe stable enough for me to stand on it.
It will be a acrobatics check once you land to try and stay on, because it is a perfectly smooth surface. So go ahead and roll. That is fine. You're able to stand on it.
Always just jumped into trees before. Thrust. I cast stab.
Okay. Stab.
Where is my? Not gonna hit.
That is a miss.
Yeah. Stab and then punch. Very well.
That is also a miss.
I shall remain here.
All right. Sapphire, you are up.
All right. Fuck this guy in particular. I'm gonna steady aim.
All right.
Not great, but not bad.
That does hit.
I was gonna say that doesn't. Excuse me.
The force field covers it.
Anything else, or is that your turn?
I mean, I steady aimed as a bonus action, so.
All right.
can't move.
If it's
And it
concentrating
needs
on
to make
spell,
another save.
I hope making its mind hurt.
All right. That is a success once again,
Okay.
as it keeps concentration.
Okay. Silvery Bob?
Cheese.
Hello, hello.
Silvery Bob Shadow? Silvery Bob Sapphire? Is it no?
Sorry?
Uh,
Bob. Oh, that's Sapphire.
Silvery barbs. Ah.
Oh.
Harumi has informed me that she does not remember she has a spell list a lot of the time.
I mean, that's true. Why am I silvery barbsing?
He succeeded on his
Well, you can if you
concentration
want.
check, if you wanted to. I was just saying, do you want to?
No, I typically save those for, one of us is about to be fucking bodied hard. Like a nat 20. Or that time against
Alrighty.
the fucking half dragon, and just like, no, thank you.
Righty,
Not that
righty,
it would. Half dragon.
Oh, it would be nice playing with you guys.
righty.
Boris has been a fun character.
you're not
You
gonna
know.
I'm
die.
gonna die.
I'm gonna.
You're fine.
So far, we haven't seen it actually make an attack, and I think that's because it's trying to do control, but it's failing that, so it's going to make an attack. Then it'll kill you.
Then he'll kill.
3 guesses as to what Cheese is gonna do.
Run away.
Once again?
Team Hum Harm. Yeah, no. She is going to cast Primal Savagery once again. I can only really roll. So I'm rolling with my spell attack or my spell modifier for this.
Spell modifier plus proficient.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It
So
would
it's-
be 6 anyways.
Yeah, it's your spell attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just I want to see if this roll. Well, okay. 13.
That hits it.
Yippee! Primal Savagery! Another 10!
All right. You claw away most of its front torso and one of its arms, but it's still there.
Yeah.
It seems unfazed.
Cheese is going to move here, staying within range. But she wants to make sure that Sapphire has easy access to any of these that she wants to hit should she wish to.
I appreciate
Good.
that.
Lessla, it
And
is your turn.
and Lessla too.
All right. So I was looking up the rules for this, and roughly how high is it to where before I can stand on the dome?
I would say so. Once you get to about here, you're good, and I would say that's about, at most, about 5 feet up.
Okay. So if I do a running high jump, I can jump 4 feet in the air. Which actually, not a small distance for a 5'4" woman.
No, not at all.
I can't jump 3 feet in the air.
Oh right, you don't have a strength modifier.
I can jump 3 feet unless I use for the wind. I can jump 6 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So.
also, Corvus has because do you know that height actually only has one real use in the game? Apparently.
Yeah. What you can high jump onto.
Nope. If you put your hand above your head to reach for a ledge, increase your height in terms of grabbing the ledge by half your height.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only mechanical.
That's the only mechanical benefit of having height. Yeah. That being said, I'm going to do a run 10 feet and then do a high jump onto the dome and try to scramble up.
So it's gonna be the athletics check to do it.
Yeah.
You mean acrobatics?
No, high jumping is athletics.
You didn't need to do it because you could just get up there. You're a monk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. So
You can just get up.
I'm only need to jump 1 more foot, so it shouldn't be that hard of a check. You would think, right?
Whoever said it before. Your one's actually a lot better than mine.
We'll see. That's a 16 though.
That's good. You're able to get up there. Now you need to roll the acrobatics check to stay up.
Oh, great. Okay. Acrobatics. Well, on a technical note, I'm better at this one. That's an 8.
That is a fail.
Okay.
Sliding down.
So you slide back off.
All right.
Once you
Well,
get up there.
in that case, I'm going to Shit, I can't. I'm engaged now.
If you
I mean, you slide off, so you slide off right here.
It's forced movement, but you don't.
No, the problem is
not
I
an
can't.
attack of opportunity.
I can't do a ranged attack because I'm
No,
engaged with the zombie.
You slide off. You're there.
The zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck. Oh well. I tried.
Yeah, makes another check.
I'm not. My turn's not done yet. That wasn't an action to do that.
Yeah, sorry. My apologies.
This isn't Star Wars. There's all movement. I still have movement. I'm going to stab the zombie with my dragon gold dagger.
Okay. You may stab.
Very angry stab.
Angry stabs.
That's a 16.
That hits.
That is max damage.
Okay. It needs to roll something.
Thank you for making a biblically accurate zombie sound.
I've been practicing that sound for the past.
And you cleave its head clean off.
I imagine that this is as Lesla's sliding down, she stabs it. Like, God damn it. Even though she's frustrated that, that grin that she always has in combat is still on her face. And that's me.
Alright. Sorfea just needs to make her check. And that is a success, as she finally moves. You see her joints unlock as she sort of staggers forward, now finally being free, but that is unfortunately her turn. Cheese.
Hello.
It's gonna try and beat you.
A punch you in the...
With the one
Can I
arm
try?
it has left.
Oh,
Try.
I can try.
It can try.
Don't taunt the enemies.
I'm going to taunt the enemy. It makes it funny whenever it hits me.
That is a miss.
Ah!
As it swings wide and misses you entirely.
We're gonna miss.
She's just leans out of the way a little bit, looks at this thing. She's like, really? You've tried so hard.
Just die again already. Goodness.
Yeah, die again.
Corvus.
Friend in the sentence, die again.
Corvus, it's gonna take a page out of your notebook. And it's gonna cast stab.
Yes,
It's
stab.
gonna cast stab.
Good spell.
It's my favorite.
Alright. Let's see if it can hit you.
Probably.
That is a nat 20.
Oh.
Oh no.
Sapphire.
And this-
Sapphire,
Silvery
oh,
barb.
Okay. So it has to roll again.
Nat 20.
Give an advantage to Sapphire. Yeah, happened before.
Yeah, that's a very good thing you did that.
Was it not a nat 20? But still a
That's
hit?
still a 21 to hit.
Oh.
Harrington, oh my god.
But this time it is only 13 points of damage as opposed to what would have been what?
Ting, you said?
13 points of damage, yes.
So, you know,
It's like,
that probably would have
7
downed
of
you.
that is poison, if that means anything.
Yeah, Chorus like takes that and you watch he just coughs up with the blood.
And it just stabs you right in the gut.
Yeah,
It would have been a total of 30.
You would have been down.
Instantly killed me.
No, it wouldn't have.
No, it would
Yeah.
instantly killed me.
No.
And then it once again chitters something as it
Oh,
as
it
it
would just-
twists its hand, and you see this golden energy flow into it.
Ooh. Hmm.
And revitalizes itself a little bit.
Sapphire, to ask, who you with advantage?
I'll give it to you.
How thoughtful.
E.
I will try and use it well.
I believe
Corvus.
in you.
It is now your turn.
As it stabs, it almost like leans forward, almost like having to use this creature to support him. Just,
You really needed that advantage on that one.
he had that advantage. Yeah.
Stabby
This is very
stab.
good when he doesn't have advantage. I think that's max stabbing damage.
Yeah, no, that hits. For a total of 14, not bad.
Then, as of course pulls the dagger out, he's gonna almost use it like a handle to pull his thing in. He's gonna slam his skull into its skull.
That does indeed hit.
Just burst of. You know, I'm gonna try and fry its brain. Electricity. Just
Alright, you
Hell
hit it,
yeah.
and the electricity courses through its body. It doesn't seem to like that.
pull the dagger out. That's my turn.
Alright,
Stay there.
Sapphire.
Yes, I will steady aim and continue firing at the giant spider thing, because
Alright,
fuck that.
go ahead and roll.
Fire.
That is indeed a hit. It's starting to not look so good. Jeez,
Hello.
there is zombie.
There is zombie. Zombie is going to get eated. Not really. I just want it to hurt. Got
That
21.
hits.
Big hawk. That's a 2.
It's still up. You tear off a little bit more of it, but it's still standing. But there's really only a spine holding it together at this point.
I hope your soul is burning in the deepest hell.
Okay, it's not the top.
Shut up.
Okay.
Lessla.
Alright, Lesla's going to try to get up again. Which means that she's going to go here, then make a 10-foot running jump to try again.
Okay.
Slip off the other end.
I stop it. Athletics.
Go ahead and roll the athletics.
That's a 19.
You're good.
The acrobatics.
And now
That's
the
a 20.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
You're good.
Uh-huh.
You're up there.
Yep.
I need another target.
I am up here as I draw the other dagger I have. And I'm going to 2 of them fight. First with the Dragon Gold dagger. I really wish we could be in a position where we're flanking this, but we can't because it's a basically. Unfortunately.
I would have set it up.
Yeah.
I would have set it up so I could.
So here's the first one, the Dragon Gold dagger. That's a 10, so that's gonna miss.
Yep.
And then the other dagger, which is a 16, I believe that'll hit.
That does indeed hit.
All right. This will be without the ability score modifier, so it'll be -3 damage. But that is max damage for 5.
Okay. It's really not looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Zarfea, who she's going to go over here and try and help Cheese.
Are we flanking?
Yes,
So she gets some good.
does. Good thing, too.
Say that yet.
Okay, that does hit it.
Well, don't act like she wasn't reckless if she wasn't flanking.
Yeah.
It's nice to not do that.
All right.
Damage.
Well, it's at least 6 or 7.
5.
There's 8, which it now needs to make a save.
Yeah.
Great.
You know,
I will love some.
And it's still up as she cleaves off one of its legs.
Oh my god.
It's still standing, wobbling on one leg with one arm.
yeah.
Just looking at you, Cheese.
Zarfea,
Black
you are
Knight
useless.
Monty
How could you
Python
not kill
He's
this
lost
thing?
exactly. He's lost exactly 4. He's lost 3 fingers and a thumb. Guess which finger's left?
Well, it's gonna try and hit you again, Cheese.
Yeah.
It seems
Good for
entirely.
him.
It seems to be entirely disinterested in the fact that its leg is now gone.
I mean,
It doesn't just fall to the floor because its leg is missing now.
missing a leg does
okay,
have
that's a
mechanical
miss.
effects.
He's hobbling.
All right, come at me, Shadow.
All right. It is now its turn. And it's going to turn to you, Lessla, and
Yeah.
it's going to do this as I look up that spell.
All right.
I just have to look up. Where is this on this sheet? Okay. Alright, so it just needs to do this. So it is going to stab at you, Lessla.
All right.
Is once again it's going to cast stab.
Good spell.
It's a good spell.
But as it does, it mumbles something, and the blade is wreathed in a green, shimmering fire. 15 hits your AC, correct?
15 does hit my AC. That being said, I am going to hellishly rebuke it. As
Okay.
as
So you are going to you're going to take 6 points of piercing and 7 points of poison. Corvus, you're going to take 2 points of fire.
okay.
Down.
You're down?
I was at 1 HP.
Oh no.
Yeah, because he took the burn damage earlier.
Didn't Cheese heal that off of him?
I
I
did.
refused it.
Oh yeah, you did. Oh my god, you did. You fucking whore.
So, you need to. What's it? It needs to save for Hellish Rebuke?
Yes.
Imagine I do slide down.
Roll the damage first.
Yep.
Shadow.
Sorry, what was that, Corvus?
I slide down. Right?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You take any fall damage or?
No.
So that is going to be 10 fire damage for DC 14 dex save.
It takes half on a failed save?
Correct.
Okay. It doesn't matter, it dies.
Hellish Rebuke!
Use your healing
As
now.
it's immolated, it begins to, like, stagger back and forth. And, you see its body begin to twist and bulge in odd places. And Lessla, you need to go ahead and make a dex save.
Okay. How much damage did it do before? Just so I can actually track it.
It did 13 total.
13. Okay, so I am down to 6. Dex save, you said?
Yep.
Alright, here we go. That is a 11. Does it?
So you are going to take half.
Okay, so I did pass.
Or you are going to take half of that with 5 points of poison and 7 points of acid. As it just spews from it in your general direction before it collapses and tumbles to the ground.
I am also down.
Right.
And so is it.
Well, we still have one thing to take care of, right?
Though I will say, in regards to Lessla, there's some of that stuff that was on the zombies is also now covering her and beginning to spread.
Oh. Someone please get me up.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
The zombie is still up. Corvus, you need to make a death save.
At advantage. Is it private? Or
Didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I accidentally pressed
Doesn't
it.
matter. Go ahead and roll.
is it private or not? I'm just checking.
No, I don't care. Okay,
Yeah,
that's one success.
You were so close to getting back up.
Oh yeah,
I
because you
meant to
have the
I have advantage.
Oh, right, you have the thing. So roll
I
again.
had advantage, but then it doesn't account for that for death saves. So
Yeah.
Yep, so go ahead and roll.
yeah, no.
Alright, yep, you got one. Sapphire, there is one singular zombie.
Steady aim. Let's go. Fuck that. Fuck, motherfucker. Please tell
That
me
is still a hit.
Thank God.
That is
Does
still a
it
hit.
Is its head gone now?
It needs to roll.
Yeah, it needs to roll.
I
See if it goes down.
love zombies.
This zombie
It hasn't done
has
anything, but nobody can kill it.
lasted for so long.
Seriously? It's still up?
It's really
I
fun.
have to check and see. Yeah, it's still up.
Ow!
Fuck you.
You take off its other arm.
Sapphire's
Oh
got
my
2
God.
heads and 2 arms under her belt.
It is just a head on a spine attached to a leg.
Oh my god.
You know, cheese. It probably won't hurt you if you just let it take an attack of opportunity
Well,
if you want to
actually,
go heal Cheese or Lessla, or Corpse of Lessla.
He can cantrip spell.
Yeah. I can't. I can cast Toll the Dead. So, cantrip spells. Wait. Cantrip spells.
So you can cantrip damage and then spell
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought. Yeah. Primal Savagery, again, please. Christ. 24!
That is definitely a hit.
Ah,
Roll your damage.
thing beat.
Rip its neck off.
It's a 9.
Okay, it needs to make a check.
Acid damage.
No, one of these days will roll less than a 10.
It's still up.
Seriously?
Well, whatever.
Lessla death
Like, it's
save.
Please.
up.
She's, as a bonus action, is going to cast. She's going to curse under her breath first. And then as a bonus action, she is going to mutter some soothing words in Sylvan and cast Healing Word on Lessla.
Okay.
Okay. So, yep. Go ahead.
First of all,
and 5 points of health for Lessla.
All right. I'm alive. I am back up. I was never down. I just needed to close my eyes for a second.
I sneezed and my dagger.
There is mold slowly growing across your torso.
Lesla's going to pick up her fire dagger. Go over here. And then she's going to stab this one. Which I am not flanking, so yeah. Fire! That is a 14 to hit.
That is.
And that is 14 damage. 6 of it fire.
Okay. Just gotta make a check. Lessla, you sever its spine and the leg hobbles off in this direction, but the skull falls down on the ground harmlessly. There's just a zombie leg hopping over here.
Did it pass the save? Okay, it died. Okay.
Lady Silverster, burn it.
He immediately goes over to Corvus, and she is going to cast.
We're still in initiative.
Still initiative
Oh,
because,
fuck, we are?
because he's on death saves.
Because I before you.
Oh, fuck. I forgorted.
So, Zarfea.
She could stabilize him.
Nothing. Corvus.
Rolls an at 20. Oh.
Well, that's one fail.
Shit.
So, this basically ensures that I basically never get in that one death save. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Now, geez, you can go and heal him before it goes.
had to
Excuse me.
Sapphire, do you
yeah.
have anything that you want to do?
I have a healing potion. I could, make him
I mean,
drink,
you can
right?
if you wish. Yes.
What?
No, go ahead.
No, what?
It's consumable versus spell. It's just.
If you never use consumables, what's the point in having them?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll just go over by Corvus because why not? Then cheese.
Great. Cheese.
Alrighty. Cheese is going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Corvus, just in case. You heal for 17. I did move over here. I would have moved over here. My bad. I forgot.
You almost
Alright.
full healed him.
Hell yeah.
Corvus, opens his eyes, which are like glazed, awake, and he up to a sitting position, almost headbutting cheese.
I will be back to you in just one moment. Immediately runs back to Lessla. She's going to cast detect poison and disease.
Okay. So this would be considered a poisonous creature, the fungus.
Okay.
You can tell it's that, but beyond that, it is a poisonous fungus.
Okay.
A very rapidly growing one, and probably one that has been magically altered.
Cheese is going to place her hand on the afflicted area, not giving a shit whether Lessla flinches or not, and she's going to cast Lesser Restoration. Now she casts Lesser Restoration.
Okay. You do that, and it all immediately burns away.
And there's just a wave of relief over Cheese.
Boris's idea was a lot less nice.
Lessla was about to just start scraping it off with her with her knife. So right as you
I
did
cast-
that, you watch as Lessla was about to just start scraping it off with the fire knife. Well, that solves that. And
Are you
It-
okay?
I am. And you once again watch as her demeanor goes from her usual smile in combat to what it was beforehand. But she is. It seems with every combat, she is becoming closer and closer to her normal self. I am fine. And
Now we just have to get this dome done.
and right as you say that, she kicks the dome and says, You drow dumbass, get out of there.
Do you have to be insulting?
Yes.
So the bubble is not going down.
She's just gonna give Sapphire a cursory look over. Just like, oh, are you okay? Did anything happen? Are you alright?
I'll be fine. It's just a scratch.
Okay.
Vale, your mother sent us.
There's no response, and it's not going down.
Oh God.
How opaque is it? Can we
You cannot
press our
see inside of it.
Okay, so even if we press our faces in there, we won't see shit.
I am out of spells. I cannot do anything more today.
I will instinctually detect magic.
Okay. So, looking at this, yeah, abjuration magic.
He's actually pretty well off.
Where are you looking, out of curiosity, as you do this?
Here.
Okay. So in this general direction, correct?
Yeah, like that rough general direction.
Okay.
So
Yeah, abjuration magic all over it. Abjuration magic, this whole thing.
So before any of that, I remember I was concentrating on detect magic before I went down because I hadn't cast another concentration spell. Did I see anything before I went unconscious?
No, I don't think you would have been in a position to see anything aside from abjuration here.
Okay, so
Try and
even
keep very close monitor of what you would have seen
Well,
at
I'm
the
gonna
time.
Okay.
try and focus.
Yeah.
See if you can detect any other magics
yeah,
Okay.
inside.
I'm just
Are you
gonna.
gonna look around the cave or?
Yeah, he's trying to get.
So-
He knows
So
he knows his ambient magic.
yeah, as you look around, you do see another source of it. There's abjuration magic emanating from Sapphire.
Looks at her.
Yes.
I have some.
Did he say, "Can I have something"?
No, you have some.
I mean, the only thing I picked up here is this, and she'll pull up the amulet that you guys have already all seen, because that's the only
Yeah.
thing I've gotten in here.
Abjuration magic.
Corvus goes to take it.
Shadow, really quick, what kind of magic is on my locket?
On
I
your
already
locket.
know about that. I already
Yes.
know about that.
Yeah, no, that's
I forgot what kind of. I just
it's a
wanna-
mild enchantment effect.
Okay. Okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't also abjuration, because
Corvus goes to take it.
she will hand it to him. She will look for something else to give to her brother,
He touches
and I
it to
don't
the
think
dome.
these crystals are gonna do anything.
You touch it to the dome, nothing happens.
Lesla's going to start
Do
looking.
magics feel similar or not?
No. In fact, if this were similar to anything, it would be the area that you were in back up at the start. That cave.
The miasma.
Yes.
Yay.
like similar? Looking at it, there's not glyphs that are similar. There's not.
There's no glyphs. There is just the 6 hands that reach out to the
The
6
center.
sides.
Oh, the
They
six
reach
sides.
out from the center to the 6 sides.
There's no
Okay.
anything I can make out here.
No.
It's a shame I don't know this Vale guy, because I could use message, but you know, it doesn't work, because I don't know him.
I
Yeah,
suggest
Lessla,
we
as
start.
you're doing that, you don't see anything else in the cavern.
I see a hole in your walls.
Hmm?
I see a hole in your wall.
Ignore that. How do you think the drow got in here?
As
Anything, Corvus? Is it? Because it doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah,
No.
you can see that there is abjuration magic on it as well, Lessla.
They both have a tab, but
is
two
the
different sorts.
so I'm just gonna I just want to make sure that I'm understanding everything. Does the necklace have the same abjuration same type of magic as the cavern?
This was just
miasma?
asked.
Was it?
Yes, as the miasma, yes.
Okay, I was just clarifying that it wasn't that it was the necklace, not the dome.
No, the
Yep.
dome is different.
Okay. Okay.
Best bet is probably to stop hitting the dome and wait for the spell to dismiss.
Well, she only kicked it once.
Of course, gently attach the amulet to it to see if that's like a fail safe.
You tap the amulet to the dome, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
We could
Anything
also
else,
go
Corbin?
down the other cavern.
To be working. He throws the amulet back to you, Sapphire.
Sapphire will catch it and put it away.
Right, let's look around. Perhaps there's a.
There's only one other path we
What
haven't
is it
been
like-
down.
Or is it just gonna peek? Like, you gotta like put his face to it to see if you can see anything.
That's what I was asking. Just like put you know.
You
Karen,
cannot
but
see into it.
There's only one other path we've seen thus far that we haven't been down.
Right.
I suggest leaving Clouth here so he can watch over the dome,
Well,
just in case.
if we're going to do that, because Lessla doesn't want to leave Cloud in a vulnerable place, she snaps her fingers and the raven appears.
It pops out. It's clearly in the middle of grooming itself as it like appears just sitting on the ground in front of you. Oh,
Probably annoyed that's
how
underground.
can I help you, wizard?
What? Lessla is about to tell it to stay here and watch the dome, and then she looks at it, then looks at the dome and says, "Would you happen to have any way of dispelling a dome? Specifically that one?"
Don't know. Never tried.
All right, then
Probably
watch.
not.
Then watch it.
It raises up its wing as like a mock salute and flies up and lands right on top of the dome.
Oh,
And Lessla will start walking back. Actually, is this also a deep crystal geode?
It is.
I would like to attempt pulling her tool set out to gather some.
Okay. Go ahead and
no,
make a
quit
check.
buying.
What?
This would be a check with your tools.
Okay. I'll roll my smithing tools in.
I would say this would be dexterity instead of the normal one.
Okay, dexterity. In that case, it would be one less, so an 8.
Yeah. So you try. These ones are just too small.
All right, I'll try on a bigger one later. But she was just.
I
gonna
am
do that.
also thinking about changing how that works. I'm not going to use any definitive one. Just
Yeah.
go off of the situation.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Like I'm gonna switch to make an argument.
The only thing I could think of would be like intelligence to make sure I extract one that is actually usable.
Yeah, this is more of just fine maneuvering to harvest them correctly.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big one here. Get out of me.
I was here
Right.
first.
You can go ahead and make the check again if you wish.
Can
Though
I
it's taking
help
time
with
each
my
time.
Can I help with my tools?
Sure.
Alright. In that case, I'll...
Lessla, you will have advantage as Corvus tries to help you.
Alright.
I have carpentry tools. They're not the same.
Yeah.
They're not, but it's enough to give Lessla
I
a
think I have
better.
a chisel.
Yeah, it's enough to help Lessla.
So it would be a 17 instead of an 18.
Okay, so you're able to harvest enough to. You think you could maybe forge a dagger out of this if you had the proper.
Okay.
I got a stick.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to make a rapier out of it eventually, but we have other things to do. I have gathered enough. Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah, we need a pickaxe. We'll come back with a pickaxe. Well, I don't think we're ever coming back here, but
I'm
yeah.
going to search down the other passage.
Yeah.
Jesus, just gonna start going.
I'm probably gonna collect the zombie body.
No, that's not another passage. That's supposed to be a wall.
There was the other passage. I can't remember where it was.
It's on a different map.
It was the miasma.
The only
I
place you
forgot.
haven't been down is the miasma, yeah.
Yeah.
Should I move everyone back there?
Yeah.
I think so.
Alright.
Teleport.
So we're
So
just
the
going back
miasma.
into it.
Fast
I'm assuming
traveling.
You're all just going back in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and hide the two drow. The two drow were also not in. But there were several graves where the instead of corpses.
Corvus covers the zombie bodies while traveling back, and yeah, he's gonna burn them, as well as that fucking spider creature.
All right, yeah, no worries.
Corvus doesn't like abomination.
Mhm.
Understood.
Cheese doesn't like undead things. She would have helped you.
Yes.
But specifically, Cheese and Lessla.
Mhm.
After you come here a second time, you have a very different feeling about this place. It is welcoming and familiar.
Mhm.
It's almost like it opens out to you. In fact, you can actually see a very faint line through the mist leading down in this direction and off out of sight down here around the bend.
Lessla.
Almost like it's beckoning you.
That's the thing that is following it. Although she is doing her best not to make it noticeable, but she is limping a bit. Getting spewed on by an acid spider after it stabs you is not the best for your health.
No, I'd imagine not.
The passage seems to beckon in that direction.
Cheese will explain to the other two.
Other three.
Syndra's, if she's close by, she can hear. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sapphire
Cheese doesn't care.
Yay.
If at all possible, if something like that, like what happened earlier, happens again, if you would wish it, I will do my best to look away.
I don't even know what we're going to see, if I'm honest.
Corvus starts walking, and Corvus is going
Yeah,
to...
from the sensation you had, it's not exactly something you can look away from.
Corvus is going to, as he's walking, because he's like, okay, this may be the only path we have, and getting beckoned now at something. He's going to use all of his meditation skills to empty his mind.
Okay.
Like, it can't grasp anything.
Go ahead and roll me a... Say this is wisdom check, just straight wisdom.
Just pure willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Could I possibly give Corvus advantage by holding his hand?
No.
Okay.
That would give disadvantage.
I wanted to try. I wanted to try. I'm sorry.
You'll probably still do it, but like he's not focused on you right now. You can see he's almost got a fist of pure concentration. So that's cool.
Are you gonna hold his hand? Because if so, he does need to roll with disadvantage.
Good choice.
Cheese will.
You want to? I'm not. This is fine. It's cool. Good role playing.
Cheese has no way of knowing.
The way knowing
Yeah,
every story.
that's what I'm trying to. What helps her is holding like physical contact, holding hands, and so she is going to hold his hand. And Ruford, I am sorry.
Oh, no, 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 no,
Corvus,
it's
roll
fine.
again.
It's fine. It's still
Decent rolls.
still decent.
Okay.
Not enough though. Probably.
Sapphire is just gonna kind of hold on to her locket as she moves forward because it's a
Goes
form
about
of comfort to
here
her.
if he takes a step. Going good, going.
I'll be here.
Everyone kind of stands there at the precipice.
Yeah.
Great.
Fuck
Fine,
it.
you coward.
Yep, Lessla, yeah, you're good. Corvus, as you hit that point, everyone's vision fades and begins to shift.
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
And, I'm gonna let you describe what they all start to see.
So, as the vision shifts, let me get my script. It's just easier for prompt, so I'll get my prompt up. Way at the top. So as the vision shifts, the coloration changes from the vibrant blues to warm oaks and stone. A room lit by afternoon sunlight and a very warm fireplace. How far do I go into this? Hello?
Just until they get just until you set the scene. So.
The a young man, quite young, quite young man, sitting in a chair. It is almost unrecognizable who it is if it wasn't for the very makeshift bandage around his left eye. Other than that, almost unrecognizable in all aspects. He looks pale, tired, and like he's in a lot of pain and is basically barely conscious. And there is a woman, seemingly preparing a meal over the fire. She occasionally glances over to the young man and a look of very much clear concern on her face. And the scene is kind of blurry. Like it was perceived through someone who's not 100%. That's the scene set, I think.
So the vision sort of shifts over a little bit as you. It's muffled and distorted, but you hear the sound of like a front door opening, and you see an older looking man and a boy, not too much younger, but still younger than the one in the corner. Both kind of dirty, kind of gruff, sort of. They look like they've been out working in the field for a while. The older man begins to speak. Once again, it's muffled and it kind of echoes and wavers. Sorry we're late. Job took a little longer than we expected. But he looks over to the woman and his face kind of shifts a little bit, seeing her expression. Gets a look of mild concern. I was wrong. She takes a step away from the pot over to him, and he gives her a hug. Oh, Arnold, it's awful. Corvus got hurt. And she looks over to the young boy with the bandages on him, the blood on his face. It's been cleaned up, but it's still actively bleeding. The man slowly looks up at everyone else and then looks over at Corvus, and he goes from concerned to just disappointed. Just after a while, he stares at him, focuses on the bandage. If you lose that eye, you're out of this house. No emotion, no hatred, no anger, just a simple statement of fact. The woman looks horrified, but doesn't make any reaction otherwise. The young boy next to him just looks up at his dad, looks up at the other boy, and then just nods. Not really old enough to have a different opinion than the dad, it's so it would seem, or perhaps just in full agreement in spite of that. And as that happens, he just sort of goes back to just goes on as though nothing had happened, and you begin to hear a like heartbeat in your ears as the vision begins to turn red and hazy, and whatever more there is to say just gets drowned out more and more by this beating, this red, this intensity. And finally, the vision begins to sway and wobble as you once again are returned to the miasma-filled cavern.
Cheese is still holding Corvus's hand.
Corvus has stopped. He's moving pretty like just assuredly, and now he's just stopped moving. And his face is always an unreadable expression, but it's just a look of pure dissociation. Like he's not there. And after a second, steps forward. There's no emotion on the face, even less than there normally is.
Cheese gives his hand a little squeeze.
Not there.
Hmm?
He's not there.
Did he
It's-
just like leave her behind?
No. He's not in. Like it's like he's physically there.
The lights are on,
Hmm.
nobody's home.
You can tell he's not.
Okay.
There. He's basically just moving because that was the last thought he had.
Zarfeas just stood here sort of staring forward.
I feel like they're exchanging looks like who's gonna go first.
No, she's just looking in this direction. She's not looking at you.
Cheese will, without letting go of Corvus's hand, Cheese is looking back at Sapphire like, um, uh, what do you know how to people better than I do?
Sapphire is going to take a deep breath, and considering everyone else's memories have been utter shit thus far, she's anticipating the worst, so she's just gonna keep holding her comfort locket and take a few steps forward to hopefully help comfort Corvus.
So, yeah, you move across this area, and once again, everyone's vision shifts. And Sapphire, I will let you set the scene.
It appears to be mid-afternoon in a humble log cabin, a table sitting off to the side but not quite against the wall. Light pours in through the trees from a nearby window. At the table, there are 4 chairs, of which 3 are occupied. One by a young half-elf boy with short, messy, dark auburn hair, eyes emerald and milk chocolate. One by a young half-elf girl who with her long sapphire hair and a loose braid resting on her shoulder, her eyes cerulean and milk chocolate. Both children appear to be sitting in anticipation as they wait for the third person, a beautiful half-elf with her long raven hair in a high but loose ponytail with jade-like eyes, their mother. The mother seems to glance at the nearby counter where a small bag and letter rests. The mother finishes her meal and stands up. Is it time for our surprise?
You said we could after we ate. Yes, it's time. The woman, she takes the plates away and places them on the counter, and as she does so, picks up the bag and the letter and begins to open them. I know this is your first birthday without Papa present, but he did leave you to something before he passed. He asked me to read you this letter before giving it to you. He assured me that you won't have to fight over who gets which. They're both the same. And you see the two look to each other, kind of a knowing glance of that probably tells you that that's a pretty accurate statement. The woman takes a deep breath and opens the letter and begins to read. My dearest children, it is with a heavy heart that I confess I will be unable to watch you grow up into the fine young people I know you will become. However, I cannot change the hand that I have been dealt, nor do I dare try. Instead, I will use what little time I have left to leave you with this, your birthright. Sapphire, Jasper, you bear the name of Eldercrow. It was once a proud name, a name respected in my homeland, a name of a fine, noble house. But that was long ago. The woman takes a moment to compose herself and continues. Since our patron, the dragon Forkinder, vanished from this world, so has our name fallen from glory. I do so wish that I could pass this legacy on to you both in person. But we cannot have everything, can we? Be strong and look out for each other. I know that you will make me proud. The great secret of our name is in good hands. I know it is. And you see the two kids lean forward like they're just itching to know what that secret is. The woman clears her throat and continues on. Look at me, prattling on like the old man I am. I haven't even told you our secret. I dare not put it to paper. She seems a little surprised by that as well. The kids seem disappointed, although maybe trying to hide it as well as two young children can. I have always loved you, my children. She takes a long pause as she, after a moment, reaches into the bag, pulling out a steel locket. And she takes it and places it around Sapphire's neck, very gently clasping it behind her. Sapphire, you and your bright, shining smile, your eyes so beautiful, like the moon and sun themselves battle for dominance behind them, and your kind heart hidden behind its sturdy wall. You'll be a fine lady one day, I'm sure of it. And you can see the young girl start to tear up. And you, Jasper, my son. She pulls out a second one and once again gingerly clasps it behind the boy's neck. Your mind is keen, and your memory like a hunter's trap. I see so much of myself in you, my boy. And you can see him once again beginning to tear up, and the woman sits down the letter and gently places a hand on each child's cheek, giving them a little squeeze, and before continuing. And both of you, I swear, you possess the blood of foxes with how crafty and quiet you are. That I never died from fright from you two is a miracle in and of itself. And she wipes away the tears from the kids' eyes as they chuckle a little bit. Be strong, dearest. Papa loves you. He loves you so very much. She pulls both the two children in, gives them both a kiss on their foreheads, and just holds them there for a moment. You see the two children take some time as the vision has now become blurry, like your own eyes have tears streaming down them. And you see the locket open up. Inside there's a small jade gemstone carved in the shape of a dragon on one side, a small painting of a ruby that has a glow radiating from inside on the other. You see a thumb and feel it gently trace over the jade dragon. And then after a long moment, you see the two children lock eyes with each other as the vision begins to fade back into the cavern. And
Sapphire
completely
is
vanishes.
yeah.
Sorry?
Sapphire is still holding onto her lock. Like I knew this was the end of the scene, so Sapphire is holding her locket and tears are kind of streaming down her face and quickly then like wipes it away with her free hand.
Keeps walking.
Cheese will also offer a hand to Sapphire.
Sapphire will take it and give it a squeeze and be like, I'll be fine.
So like, like without really blinking or anything, once it's all hands, you set down your shoulder.
Let's
It
keep
just slides.
moving.
It just slides down.
I will let go of the locket and hold on to Corvus's hand.
It is a limpness with it. It seems like was had strength to lift it and then it just relaxed. You
Just
can tell like
gentle.
because he basically had this inserted into his brain, so he definitely saw it.
Okay. Cheese is going to give a very heavy sigh. She's going to let go of Sapphire's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to look to Syndrus. And she is going to offer Syndrus a hand, beckoning her forward.
She's still staring straight ahead, but she looks at you, looks down at the hand. And after a moment, you see her take a deep breath, close her eyes, and take a single step across, at which point everyone's vision fades once again.
So just trying to walk. Stop doing this. Trying to walk.
All right, Lessla
And
is doing her best to try and get through this. She is not good.
Drop it down. Drop it down.
what you all see is a dark area. You see woods and trees pass by. You hear the crunch of leaves, as several small children, it seems, are just running through this forest. One of them, a young snow elf girl, and then two young elven boys. One seemingly wood or wild elf. It's hard to tell. The other one, an image that you've actually seems vaguely familiar to you. Uh, that being uh, appears to be maybe a moon elf, a silver elf. It's hard to tell. Maybe a gold elf or a high elf, sun elf rather. But again, it's hard to tell. You're getting shaky glimpses as this happens. Behind, you can hear off in the just undiscriminate distance this snarling and snapping as something heavy thunders through the underbrush behind them as all three are running. And the girl starts to lag behind the two boys. She's trying desperately to just escape whatever it is that's behind them. And You see the girl's head snap back as something out of the shadows just leaps forward, teeth bared, claws ready, and you see a hand reach out and yank her away as the, it looks like wood elven boy tears her away, but in the process, this beast bears down on him instead. And from there, it's like time stops and crawls as whatever this is just tears into him mercilessly. You can't even quite comprehend what you're seeing. There's whatever this, it's clouded, it's fuzzy, it's not all there, but you can hear the echoey, faint, almost distant scream that's cut short as the beast yanks something from the child. And as it goes down to take another bite, you hear a loud crack in the distance, and the beast flinches as you feel something shout and grab the young girl. And that's where the vision begins to fade back into the cavern.
I'm still a walking.
Yep, Zarfea has her eyes sealed shut, takes a deep breath, and keeps on moving.
Did she take my hand? Or did she just pass by?
She was about to when she stepped across, but
Oof.
after it faded back, she just breathes and keeps moving.
Understandable. She's just gonna lag behind with Sapphire. She's gonna let Corvus pass on.
Sapphire, her hand went back to her locket, and she's just gently rumming the exterior.
Yeah, Cheese will be at the back of the... She'll be the caboose.
It's because you have a caboose.
Hell yeah, it is!
Cheese has the best caboose in the party.
She does. Except for maybe Corvus. Gymnasts also have very good asses.
Hey, Toad.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
Sapphire, like, along the way is gonna try and get Corvus's mind off of the memory.
Oh, he thinks it was like
Out of character, did Corvus mention that the magic in the necklace I picked up was similar to the magic here?
Yeah.
Hey, Corvus, you, mentioned that the magic on that necklace I found is similar to, and he's around the corner.
yep.
Just leave him. He'll need time.
I know.
It's-
I'm just
the-
trying to
what
get
was
his
it?
mind off of
It's
it.
definitely that thing of like, Gova's sticking behind you guys is clearly deliberate, so he just isn't ahead.
Mhm.
It's 50
Whenever
feet
we
with
get
us.
back to the surface, it might be better.
Wait, Shadow, which way is the bloodline telling us to go?
Mhm.
So, Lessla, you would see it kind of fade right here where there is just a flat wall.
Hmm. Lessla is moving up to it. Which, Lessla, although she's had time to cope, she probably got hit the worst by it because she basically got flashbanged. Everyone else kind of had like, oh, this could happen.
I know it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen.
We could brace for it, yeah.
Anyway, but Lessla goes up to this
Doesn't
wall.
mean it's any less good, because Ghost didn't know what he would see.
And she actually, Lessla doesn't stop. She walks at the wall as if intending to go through it.
Okay.
Just
I'm
walk
assuming
into the
everyone
wall.
else follows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not walking into the wall, I'm hanging back.
You do see Lessla walk right through it.
Okay, then in that case, yes, I will walk through the wall.
Alright.
This would have been the perfect.
Please.
This would have been the perfect chance for you to have me just face plant off the
I
wall.
want to be on the other side of the wall, Shadow.
I was really hoping desperately that you just walked straight into the wall.
That is not how this one works.
That's unfortunate, because that would have been so funny.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and just move you all in here.
Yippee!
Oops.
Question about the beast in Zarfea's
Vision.
flashback,
Memory.
whatever the hell you want to call it.
The only thing you're really able to see is just teeth and fangs. Like,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
pretty clear
Mind
this
of a
was not.
child comprehending a predator.
Mhm.
Not
Not
what she
really something we can. Yeah. I figured. I just wanted to double check.
All right. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just y'all in here.
Teleport.
As you enter through and find yourself in this room, it is a perfect hexagon. The walls are covered in these strange runes that you have never seen before.
Actually,
They're unlike
is it
anything you've
similar-
ever seen.
Is it similar to the symbol on? Any
Is it
symbol
what?
similar to
The necklace.
So the necklace doesn't have any letters on it or
It says a
carvings on
a
it.
similar symbol. Six
No.
arms. There you go.
It's not the same as the arms, no. What there is there is a skeletal corpse that's not on the map, but is right about here.
Oh, I walked right over it.
It looks simultaneously like serpentine and insectile. Whatever clothing it had at is our flesh was on it has long since faded away. All that remains is it simply lying down on the ground. It's totally alien looking. 6 arms splayed out in an odd, like it just dropped here. And there is a single silver necklace around what would have been its neck, you assume.
Lessla will reach out
And
the
that
necklace.
does match perfectly yours, Sapphire.
Okay.
Yep.
Sapphire takes out the necklace, looks at it, looks at the corpse, looks at it. It's like
The floors appear to ripple and shift almost like waves on the sea.
oh, that's disorientating.
The runes on the side, even without detect magic, you can tell there is magic coursing through the very walls of this room.
Mm-hmm.
In the center on this pedestal, just as which ripples just the same, there are several suspended, floating in midair, hexagonal tablets just floating there. And yeah, you can see magic radiating from them, even if it's not. You don't have that detect magic up. You can still see it just radiate. You can feel it. And they float there in place. Each one feels slightly different from the others.
Sapphire's looking between the necklace and this creature and its necklace, and I guess the pedestal thing. She's not entirely sure what to make of it, nor do I think she can even begin to comprehend what being this was. Because I don't think I could put a race to the skeleton.
Lessla, after picking up the necklace, looks to the tablets, and she's actually feeling the differences in the magic. Is there one that seems more similar to her form of magic?
No.
Interesting. Well, I guess I'll grab one at random.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a. Check this. Roll me a d10.
That's a 10.
Okay. So you reach in and you grab at one. And you feel this power surge through you. This raw magical energy just surge through you, building and building until you feel it release. And I need to roll something.
Take 15 e6 force damage.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Oh.
That's really okay.
Polymorph.
So Lessla,
Yep.
you feel this magic, and as it flows through you, you do feel this is conjuration magic.
Ooh.
As it flows through you, and you feel it begin to form, not summon, form, create something. You feel it begin to coalesce and fuse, and you feel it begin to give something life. And as it does, you feel something reach out and try to latch on and bind this life. Something, not you, something else. Reach out, but there is something warding it off. Something is fending off this attempt to bind it. And in that moment you realize you have a choice. You can join in whatever is fending off the binding, or you can join the binding, and you can bind this creature by whatever it is that is attempting to bind it, or you can grant it freedom from that binding. Neither of these are coming from you. This is something else, something fundamental, tugging and fighting over this soul that is now forming. And it's up to you what you do with it.
Wow, if this wasn't a Crex moment. So I'm gonna just talk about like the different things that are going through Lesla's head at the moment. On one side is how she normally acts, where everything has a condition. And the condition for this is basically binding it. But there's also the other part of her, the part of her that more or less has been suppressed this entire time because of how she was raised and things she's gone through thus far, that basically Cheese has been picking away at and digging out little by little, which is her innate need for freedom. So those are the two different like thoughts of her mind that are basically in conflict with each other right now. So I'm gonna roll a wisdom save. That's yeah, I'm gonna bind it.
Oh.
Okay. So, in that moment, you choose to reach out to this force that is trying to bind it, and you grab onto it and you fend off whatever it is that is trying to fight it back. It's still there, ever so slightly. Possibly one day this could change, but for now, you bind this thing by it, and as you do, you feel the magic release, and suddenly, in a flash of magical energy, there standing before you is a
Dragon. We did it, guys. We found the dragons.
Dragons, here they are.
is a large egg.
What kind of egg?
Guys, I was kidding.
Do I have to make
You
an
do
Arcana
what?
check to identify this?
With advantage, yes.
Okay.
I was kidding, guys.
Do all of us get the chance, or just Lessla?
Just Lessla. Lesla's the only one who could know this.
Well, that's double 9, so it's 17.
Lessla? This is a silver dragon egg.
Oh my fucking god.
Mmm. As
Good luck getting that out of here.
It's
what,
50 pounds.
yeah, I can actually carry it. something having a positive strength modifier.
As you begin to debate that, it cracks.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
What's above?
And that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
fucking
God!
what?
Lord in heaven above.
And with that, we'll call it here for today. As always, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, and remember to stay frosty. For those of you watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and ring the notification bell to get more content like this in the future. If you should support the channel or our artists, please view the links down in the description below. And until next time.
Where does the wind go? dust and turned me into such. All you granted me was lust. And what I seemed to grow was love.